You're actually good, finally.
Yep, I actually pressed the button. Mostly because I just completely forgot to press the button, but now we're actually here. Anyway, welcome, my fellow bleh.
Go schools and goblins.
Yes, that. Welcome to another episode of the Out of Pocket Podcast. We apologize for being MIA last week. A scheduling conflict occurred, and so we couldn't do it. As I say this, as we're
Comes to
about
the
to hit
best of us.
and we see this as if we don't have a next scheduling conflict because we missed last week. We also have to figure out what to do with the next scheduled one because it is the same weekend as BCS Houston.
The next one will be delayed while Zechs picks up the top.
I mean, for all we know, we might have some special like in-person podcast. I mean, you've got a mic, so
I have not picked up a Vanguard card in years.
well, time to start.
Oh,
No, but on real, like we'll figure it out. You might get something, you might not. But it's just saying, like, very awkward timing when this is ironically the one thing I predicted I didn't want to happen. But you know what? It always happens. Even though it's the one thing I didn't want to happen, it happens anyway because of course it does.
right.
So on this very Halloween episode, we usually do our main thing, which is we go over our previous break we were obviously go through our previous break. So Zeta, actually, let me go first and then you can go next.
All right.
First up on the updates, I bought the Chronicles deck for Yu-Gi-Oh, which is the Fallen the Virtuous, which is the super reprint of the Albaz and storyline structure deck. So you've got the Dogmatica, Fallen Albaz, branded, all that stuff. Got that thing, and it comes in all foil cards. I say his name, also make sure I'm opening it.
Man, Konami's just not forget Vsauce happened, huh?
Well, here's one thing. It's not that they forgot Vsauce happened, more like they're not doing a animation series on it. So, of course, they would not have to bring it together. So, what is interesting about this deck, as I open it for the first time on audio, which is why all that crackling, I apologize. We have
We're really getting an ASMR pack opening stream. All right.
well, it comes with an alt art of certain cards. So for one, it comes with an alt art fusion deployment, specifically with branded art based on it. Fallen Abaz, Ecclesia, Aluber, Cartesia, Albion, Quem, Kit, Courier, Despian Trilogy, Lubellion, Magnamut, Saronir, and Drew Swarm. And it has Dogmatica Ecclesia in the anime art, like a redraw of the art she has in a certain scene she has in the anime, along with Flutteries, which takes off her helmet. Then we have Maximus, Nibiru, Keeper of Dragon Magic, the new card Fallen Virtuous, which is a very powerful quick play spell, Branded Fusion, Branded White, Branded Red, Branded Opening, Branded High Spirits, Branded Lost, Branded Regained, Nadir Servant, Branded Bond, another fusion deployment. Oh, I see. So the fusion deployment I got. So the one at the start, I think, is like you get like a random one in like secret rare. So I got a fusion deployment in secret rare. and another copy of Fusion Deployment that is thing. Then there's an Altar of Triple Tactics Thrust, which has the Tri Brigades on it. Foolish Barrier, Gold Sark, Super Poly, Retribution, Branded Banishment, Branded Sword, Branded Beast. The Black Goat Lapse gets a reprint. Dogmatic Punishment, Fusion Duplication, and they have the new card Dragon Antivirus Dogma, Mirror Jade, Albion, Uberian, Alvalentis, Titaniclad, Brigand, Sprint, Runbrum, and Guarionol. So yeah, they're all in this Pearly Foil deck. They're really ultra rares. They're all ultra rares, with one being a secret foiling. So yeah,
Nice.
that's pretty. That's pretty cool. I was like, oh, I'll get one. So you can just pick up three. And you have a branded deck like at full everything.
Too bad it's unplayable in Genesis.
And we'll get to that. But on another note, update to the once again an update to the gunplay. Short update this time because why not? Went to the store. They had an HG00 Gundam, which as that's one thing. Then, as if there's one thing enough, as a proprietor of every Wing Gundam available ever, as I try and collect them all, they had the HG original Wing. So that is another thing I picked up. And lastly, I picked up another copy of the V2 Assault Buster, so I can at least make one the Assault Gundam and one the Buster Gundam.
Makes sense.
And then maybe I'll buy a third one to make sure I just have the full Assault Buster. Yeah, that is the long short of my gunplay. That's really quick. Getting out. Gotcha. I failed my 50-50 on a Kingon in Withering Waves. So now I have to actually play the game now.
Oh no. Gameplay.
I'm literally like 2 patches behind, so I just kind of need to just get to it. But I'm struggling to have the passion for it.
Fair.
I think the Yihari is showing up in what you call Zenless next week.
Yeah.
So that'll be there, and I can have all the spooky characters. And I think I'm pretty much good until Chris Sabat shows up. And then don't need anything from Honkai, so that's cool because I already got everything for Honkai. I just need to grind that, and Lord God, I'm not pulling a potential woman. And then last thing is DK 3rd anniversary update came out. I am praying I have someone to talk to by at least the end of the weekend about all that.
On the scale of chosen one to Jesus, how ridiculous is to pull off the 3rd anniversary event?
Well, for one, the 3rd anniversary event has well, it's hard because to not to spoil anything as far as I can. It's like basically the entire storyline between the main story and the actual event story is kind of like a Infinity War. Because it was like, oh, it's like Endgame. No, it's Infinity War. Trust me, it is Infinity
Okay,
War.
so it's the better half. All right.
Damn, that's the better half. That's a crazy
Am
statement.
I wrong?
Depends. I mean, it's personal. I think it's like because I have come to like that consensus of yeah, um, Infinity War Endgame as a movie, as a standalone movie, isn't as strong, but I still think it's still a good movie. But I wouldn't say it's like the better half just yet. I have to go see Infinity War again to make sure.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, there's so it's like how Infinity War is like the two quote unquote main characters are like separate doing other things that are both engaging with the plot at the same time.
Huh.
Yeah, so it's basically that. Like one side you have main story, it's still like our main character and his team going through events, and then the other side is a whole different area with that team kind of dealing with it, and it's been pretty good so far.
It's cool handling an event.
A shout to the return of. There is one. Okay, there is one thing I will try not to really like say much of, but it's like the start of the new chapter has probably the most controversial moment in the entire. Will probably have the will have ramifications for like the entire series, and it's the most controversial moment in the entire game.
How bad could it be? A male Nikkei shows up?
Um,
Oh no, oh no.
no, 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 not that, not that. I'm trying to figure out how I can say this. So you know the Virgin Mary, right?
Yes? Where are we going here?
I'm I'm just saying, go like what would happen? What happened on Christmas Day? That's the closest thing I can probably get to what happened. That's the best thing I can
Oh
say.
no. All right.
But is I think just kind of like when people actually are able to get to it, it's like ooh, that's gonna be a conversation. But besides that, like other than that, like yeah, it's been it's been pretty good. The anniversary character, the first anniversary character, Naita is very cool. She is basically a Buddhist monk that is
Ooh.
a submachine gun, but on and during her burst phase, she becomes like a rocket launcher where you can kind of like charge, and when she fires from that, an actual like hand of God comes crumbling down and flattens everything in on the field.
Jeez.
So it was like, oh, that's really cool. It's like generally a cool design. And she is probably the most unserious character in the game. Like unseriously funny. It's just really it's nice. I'm like, oh, this is nice. So I was thinking she's just like because of how she's like introduced, she's kind of like mentioned once like a year and a half ago. That we see her like literally like a month ago officially. And it's like, oh, by the way, she's the anniversary character. It's like, what?
Dun dun
You
dun.
just met her. But no, they actually kind of like generally made her like cool enough to be like, yeah, no, this is fine.
Darn.
And shout out to the new Nikkei opening, sung by Mr. Barry Delight himself.
Mhm.
My only issue with that opening, however, is that it does spoil a critical plot point for
All
like
good
the,
openings should.
but it's a critical, like it goes through all the plot up until like the end of last year, but it's like it's so like niche about it. It's like you wouldn't like realize it what's going on, but like literally like when you start the game, like when you actually get into the plot of the game, it's like the reveal is basically like related to that, and it's like I don't know if that was a good call to put that in there. I understand it's been 3 years, but there are people who are gonna start this game, probably see that intro, and then put two and two together eventually. Like, oh, that's what happens. Oh,
Mhm. So now it's past like Destiny 2 spoiling the final boss in the new player opening.
I mean, that's different. No one plays Destiny 2 anymore.
I can't even say you're wrong.
Yep.
Also, I encountered something scary in the wild today, kind of related. Someone who exclusively plays the Division 2 daily.
What? Okay,
Uh huh.
that's an interesting story. Let's get back into my I am interested to hear that, but this is my thing. So outside of that, since the last podcast, very much, I have now watched the Chainsaw Man movie twice. Both in dub because I didn't know my theater had a sub like option until literally as I uh walk into the theater late because for some reason every pathway to the theater was in terms of the road was like blocked because they were doing construction. So I'm like, oh come on. And like everyone's going up north for some reason. I'm like, what is going on? Why is everyone going up north now? So I had to like U-turn my way around to get to like the easiest part. So I like ended up being like 20 minutes late to the movie, but I've already seen it
Damn.
before. Which is why I'm like so crazy. Cause like there was literally a Japanese showing literally happening at the exact same time. So like if I'd known that, I probably would have just gone in there instead. I'm like, oh man. But I digress. It was still fun. I like the English cast anyway, so it's not like, oh, it's a bad thing. um, I'm not gonna spoil the movie because I feel like for anime onlys that probably haven't seen Chainsaw Man, like I think it's better to kind of keep that in mind. But I think yeah, pretty good
You know,
movie.
I've heard some pretty great things about it.
Yep. Uh, I think a lot of my issues more so stem from uh, not so much the movie itself, but some behind the scenes things, like how Mappa kind of just like hoed the director. Like I don't know the full behind the scenes thing, but they basically, from what I understand, they basically kind of like kicked him out after season one because of how the Japanese audience just kind of didn't vibe with season one.
I mean, I didn't vibe with it either. I'm completely agreeing with the Japanese fan base.
I don't know. I liked season one and how it was directed. I was like, this is fine, but I can.
It was interesting, but it wasn't Chainsaw Man, if that makes sense.
I don't know. I mean, I can see the idea. Now, the only I can probably assume that there are probably some production issues because, of course, it's Mappa. But the way they kind of just like deleted him from any like uh from like the recap movies
Mm.
as like an actual from like his actual thing, despite the fact that most of those movies were like the same but like redone, had some like parts redone, and they just kind of took him off the credits,
Credits.
which
Oh
is
wow.
like that is disrespectful.
I think I've heard that's also been like the case in like video games, like for like remakes and whatnot. Or well, remasters. They just take people out of the credits.
Yeah, which also isn't good, but it's, you know, it's still like
Right.
so I was kind of like, I don't know how this is gonna be because it's basically like a whole new director, and you know, I still think it hits season one, but it's like it hits like similar things to season one, but you can also tell it's like it's the same and different at the same time. Like they want to at least keep it visually close to season one, but you can tell it's not the same like general feel of it.
Right.
Now, if it's like if it ends up like making the production process for season two and onwards feel better, okay. But you know, I'm still not happy with the way they kind of like ousted that director. But at the same time, I kind of get it because when people are memeing on you for selling less Blu-rays than your porn version, you know, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
I do feel for the dude, but it is kind of like damn. Uh, outside of that, movie was well liked. I mean, I was gonna see the dub anyway because just you know, Susan Young is like one of the best voice actors in the game right now. Just so I'm just like, well, why not? Uh, and like I do generally like that cast. I think Alexis Tipton as Reze makes perfect sense, especially if you've played you know, Trails of Cold Steel 3 and 4, because she plays a character who has to kind of like be very flirty but also very serious at the same time. So it's like, to me, I'm like, ah, that's basically a perfect casting. That's what you got to go with.
Hmm.
Um, animation looked good where it needed to, so that's it. And of course, that part of the story is kind of like, I don't want to say it's the. I feel like this is kind of hard to be like, oh man, because like a lot of people, this is kind of like the story of, oh, this is where Chainsaw Man becomes good, which is like, I don't want to say that because I always thought Chainsaw Man was good, but then again, I'm someone who like sped ran the manga like in like a day, so I don't really have like the long term thing outside of, like what I caught up to in part two when I finally caught up in part two. But you know, I feel it definitely is like the moment where it's like a lot of Chainsaw Man isms kind of got locked in, and it starts to kind of like tell the story. So overall, it's a good movie. I said I I'll probably say this, like get go and like give a go and just watch like the rest of season one. Just try and actually do it, and like then go see the movie and kind of like get your opinion of it. Because
Alright.
thankfully we're past the era of, oh, you can only see this, or at least hopefully we're past the era of, oh, you can only see this movie like on a random Tuesday uh at certain theaters. Like how I had to kind of like find ways to go to like G to watch G Quux 7 p.m. on on a Tuesday night or Wednesday night, or I
Hey,
couldn't
that's when
actually
I
see the movie.
watched it.
So it's like So it's just like, I'm glad we could do this. So you can actually go to a theater and actually watch the movie at reasonable times for you.
I mean, I don't know, I kinda like those, like, limited screenings for a lot of, like, anime and live action stuff. I mean, limited release runs.
I mean, yeah, but
It's a
it's,
different vibe.
yeah, they're fine. But at the same time, like, I still want to watch the movie, like, because then it's like, okay, it comes through, but then you don't know when it's gonna actually release. Like, I don't even think G Quack's beginning is even out anywhere in English yet. Like, I know it's like it's a moot point because it's literally just beginning of the uh the anime itself, but it's still like, I'd rather, as someone who thinks that cut of the first 3 episodes is just vastly superior to how the anime does it. Uh, yeah, I'd rather have that. And since it's
I mean, I
basic,
kinda like how the anime just tosses you into the world.
I mean, that's cool, but like, as someone who's just like at, but like the timeline just flows better in the movie to me.
I mean, for sure, yeah.
So it's like, if someone's like already kind of like caught off guard, it's like, it's like, oh, no, here's the thing, you're actually in a surprise, you're actually in a sequel of an anime you didn't watch because you were born during that time. So it's like, either they have to go back and watch that show or just have to nope out. And
It's
I,
a work that asks you to just get along with it. It's doing its thing, and you just have to be, like, there with it.
yeah, as someone who wanted people to, as someone who wants people to get into Gundam, and that being the newest series, I'm like, I'd rather we kind of have that.
Hey, Himmel didn't watch the beginning.
It was also horny as fuck, so I don't know if that counts. Man, watch that for Chucky Finster's adopted mama, and what, and if it were not for that, he would have never actually sped ran the entire Mobile Suit Gundam franchise.
And then proceeded to start reviving discussion in 4 other franchises.
I mean,
Look, if being horny is what allows for things to happen, so be it.
I mean, can't lie. Just as someone when he understood Flay more than literally people who were there. But okay, that was a terrible blow. I'm sorry.
I don't think we're allowed to mention Flo for the next 5 episodes of this podcast.
I don't know. You know what? He doesn't deserve. He deserves it considering he missed the slam, the Sage slam.
Mhm.
Yeah, he missed it because he took he messaged Sajam literally the day before they're about to announce everybody who's in it because he forgot.
Oh my god.
I'm like, yeah, no, he has to go on. So he has to go on the podcast, and be like, yeah, you might have the makeup, but I was the real clown. um, but no, it is very much I don't know. I think I just pretty much prefer just having to be able to go to the theater and watch, an anime movie I want to see and watch. I mean, technically Chainsaw Man was the number one at the box office, so I'm like, okay, you know what? if this like pushes a lot of like positivity, I'm cool with it. Uh, I was gonna talk about Shadowverse, but I forgot. Oh yeah, that's technically in the news, so I'm not gonna talk that yet. Um, Gundam update, set 2 dropped, and I've ordered pretty much everything I want up off top because I'm just like I don't want to like expand all that money, even, which is funny because the decks I want to play kind of have the biggest cards to actually get. They they really made my Barbados $30, man.
Oh no.
My Barbados is $30, and I actually can't even play Clan because the starter decks aren't actually real, and to you know each LR is $11, at least I think on TCG Player.
I mean, we've been over this. Bandai doesn't fix or supply problems for games until after the first year.
Yeah, it's just yeah, I know, but it's like yeah, unopened is $45 cheapest.
God damn.
Uh, oh, I was gonna say, is that the comment? Oh no. Okay, so right now Red Gundam is $8, and the G-Quux is $6, $7. So yeah, like getting those would be like basically. I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't need the close combats, and I because thanks to the starter event, I have pretty much. I guess I could just buy it like just take the hit on the LRs and uh just buy the deck off like singles. I'm just missing the ability to get like the uh high rarity stuff,
Hmm.
which that's where all the money kind of really goes to and all this whole stuff. It's like, yeah, uh,
Yeah.
Schoolgirl Smuggler is already out of stock for its C plus, and it's uh $20 according to market price. Machu's pilot card is $30. Shuji's. Shuji's is 15, which is so funny because he has like he's the only other version of that pilot, and he's gonna be point. Well, technically, I mean it depends on set 3, which we'll get to, but like I fully expect Yan to combine with both of them some way to be able to use both of them in a way that like makes them better.
Right.
Um, but yeah, set 2, excuse me. Set 2 is out, and I have funny enough, I have an entire playset of Gujins, but I only got one Barbatos out of the event packs for the start for the release events. So I'm at least glad I don't have to spend 120 on Barbatos. I just bought 2 because I'm like I don't want to really like, commit to 4 just yet. Let's see how things go.
Right.
But considering it like won the an Eggman event, it's like ooh, this is gonna be a while before it kind of calms down. And it also doesn't help that we at least got confirmed of something, but we'll talk about it when we get there.
Alright.
But
It's just dropping all those plot nuggets for later.
yeah, it's foreshadowing. Outside
It's a
that,
pretty useful tool.
mm-hmm. Tools will help us out later. Uh, but yeah, that is. Oh, one more thing. I finally have all the pieces I need for Boss Saga now, so I am pretty confident in saying that pretty much if this does not work or something like at this point I'm like I know how to play Bob Saga. I now have all the pieces of the deck. If something happens and I just completely don't even get a top, I think I have to retire from competitive Vanguard because there's just no way. Because not only that, because they're also releasing with a new set that same day, so it's like come on, somebody has to be like a bunch of people just be wanting to try it out and go competitive with it. So it's very much a this is the easiest shot you got, especially since you have a close to tier 0 deck on you. So it's just like getting more reps in and hoping for the best. But yeah, that's been my break recap.
Nice.
So go ahead.
Oh, shoot. Where do I even start? I guess I'll start with the big news, I guess. Quit my job. Woo!
I'm
Uh,
surprised you did it already. I'm like, oh, you probably wait till like the end of the year at least.
no, no, no. It's like I just sat down today. I'm like, huh. Yeah, yep. I felt the universe just tell me today's the right time.
And you have another job lined up, right?
And that's why I'm moving to full-time streaming for the short term right now.
Oh, it's over. You gonna have to actually work your ass off now, dog.
I'm aware.
You be living off ramen at best for a good while.
Oh no, no, don't worry. Don't. It's not like I did this without a safety net. I'm good. Don't you worry. I'm not gonna get into it, but I have cash. Fine.
Okay. Uh, well, in that case, you
Look.
need. Well, in that case, you want to actually, you want to help out here. You know what you should do? Promote this podcast.
I thought
the
you were
set.
gonna say, you know what you should do? Pick up a Gundam Age deck and actually play the Gundam card game.
Uh, I, I don't know how you would pick an age deck because that deck is not good.
Oh, I know. But it's also maybe like $20.
That's true. Man, they really hold age. What?
There was no hope where you have it was always going to happen. All right, let's be real.
I mean, there's that, and then there's just for some reason your high end is a 5/5 breach 3. That's it. All you had.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's perfect. It's perfectly in line with the show where the age one kind of sucks the entire way through.
but like, bro,
It's canonically bad. I got
like,
nothing.
you're trying to be like, it's part of the flavor. That don't mean people are this. Imagine someone getting a blue green split, thinking you're going to get some fire, and then it's like, oh, y'all have nothing.
Nah. I.
It's just so funny. It's like, oh man, age is just that bad.
Look, set 3 for sure. All right, the extra support is gonna save the deck.
What? I hear you trying not to laugh there, Speed. Why are you laughing, Speed?
I'm pretty coping. All right, it's fine. You're right. Shouldn't pick up age. Age is terrible. I'm just gonna, look into those Gundam X cards. Surely those are better.
I mean, they are better, but
Not by much.
I mean, I just think just it's still too early. I think people are also
But if
kind
I
of
don't get in on these, look, if I don't get in on these loser decks now, by the time they get some proper support in like Set 4 and they're actually really good, they're gonna like quadruple in price.
oh yeah, no, without a doubt, get them and sit on them. I'm just saying, if you want to, I just don't think people are like actually generally testing them just yet because it's like they're a lot more weird. And
Right.
like I think the one issue I have with Age is like I feel like Age for being a ramp deck wants to have white, but white also doesn't have a good top end. Like
Mm.
like white has the blockers to support Age, but it's at the top end. While blue has like a bunch of Earth Federation like general support that it can definitely work with. Except for the fact that, you have no defense because you are kind of minusing. If you want to go with the ramp style, right? Uh,
Right.
so it just comes to this weird situation where it's like it doesn't have a proper home just yet, and then the cards are like specifically designed to, the age cards specifically designed to buff the age specifically. Because I was like, I could probably do like a blue green Epion thing and try that out, but it still is like
But the
very
cards are
weird.
pretty insular here.
Yeah, it's like very much like locked into its own like archetype, which hopefully that means like when set 3 comes around they are just generally like stronger, right?
You have to treat age like first set elemental heroes.
Saying this
You may be
about
hot garbage now, but there's probably enough built-in incidental synergy that 5 years from now you'll be pretty good.
okay, I'm just gonna let you go with that.
Let me just lie to myself, all right, for like 5 minutes.
I mean, you are jobless and you're jobless and coping on some cards. This this is not a great start to your podcast episode. I'm just saying.
Oh no, it's a terrible start. It's great.
Like I had a whole I was just gonna name the episode title Donji has the N-word pass, but now I've gotta figure out a whole new title for you. You you there?
I don't think you need a new title. You just what it's gonna be. This robot man's broke and penniless.
Zeta with the goof head.
And fine.
That's what you gotta
Other
do now. You just gotta make your profile picture the Zeta Gundam but with the Zaku head on.
is it Zaki with a Photoshop goof head on top? Sure.
Like, this is all
I
we
mean, why
got for
not,
now.
right? Yep. In terms of other works shenanigans besides that, I don't know. I came across a game that has never been sold secondhand. Of just sitting in someone's collection.
Oh,
So here's a copy of Jumbo's Rainbow. It's like, what the heck is this?
oh,
And I'm like checking price trading. I'm like, oh, no one has ever actually sold this game to someone else.
I've never heard of this game before either. It's like I'm not like
It's like
knowledgeable in games, but still like what?
it's some weird education game with a clown for the Atari 400.
Okay.
Yeah, that probably explains exactly why no one's ever purchased it. I was trying to like buy someone's like PS3 the other day. Someone's porn DVD came out of there, and I'm like, huh? And I just see like the lady just like quickly snatch it out of the PS3. She's like, oh,
Oh,
yo,
how did
my
that
silly
get?
friend. That's totally something he would have on hand.
Oh Lord. That we know the confirmation. The last thing that PS3 saw was some gooning. The gooning
There were no
PS3.
games installed. There were no games installed on that PS3.
The PS goon.
Only thing that was in there.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm so glad to be gone. I don't have to deal with that anymore.
And but now you won't have many crazy stories to say.
That is true. Which is why I need to go on a random side quest and pick up a part-time job at a card shop. That's the next goal. I go on a mini arc.
Uh, good luck with that.
Right? Especially in this economy.
I mean, yeah. There's nothing else to really say.
Right. I mean, I will say, I kind of love my job with probably a completely spotless record. I've never had the money. I haven't sold anything. I guess obviously I'm not racist.
I never assumed it was.
No, but like they like bar my job for like a good employee is in hell. Legendary record.
Hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, the previous manager was like stealing money out of the register on camera. It's like, what? Madness.
Hmm.
And I left at just the right moment because I knew things were gonna start falling apart at that place real soon.
Well,
Probably the universe is trying to tell me. You know this place is doomed.
Hey, listen, man. At least you don't have to deal with all those multiple levels of Halo being given back when people realize that remake's gonna be utter garbage.
I'm surprised they'll even bother with the physical release.
Like, I saw some of that thing. I'm just like, this looks like it doesn't
Garbage.
like it, like I know like Premium Picture wants to go and say it's AI generated, but I'm like, it doesn't look AI generated, but it looks like someone just didn't give a damn with the
It
actual
looks
care.
probably just like Nintendo, please hire this man, like images.
No, because that implies that someone actually was working. The Nintendo, please hire this man feels so weird when it's supposed to be like a good thing, and it's like this looks dookie water.
I feel like half the Nintendo please hire this man things are actually not supposed to be positive. It's like, oh, this is just overproduced garbage, but you just put a Pokemon in the background. It's like, oh my gosh.
I mean, this looks way better than Legends EA. Like, yeah, but I don't feel the soul
I
in
mean,
it.
MS Saga New Dawn looks better than Legends ZA. The bar is low. All right.
Mm, I can't argue with that there. Well, it's because I don't know what MS Saga New Dawn looks like.
You ever played MS Saga New Dawn?
No, I've never.
The heck?
I've actually never heard of it until you just said it.
Oh my god. Let me send you an image. Like, I'm surprised you never heard of this. This seems like right up your alley.
Oh, listen, I've told you before that literally like why I do love video games. I'm not like well versed in all the things that have transpired over the years.
You
No,
know, I'll just
wait,
send you the Japanese vibe.
I think I've heard of this. It's like that RPG like SD Gundam
Yeah.
like. Yes, I have actually heard of
Huh?
that. I completely forgot about it.
Man, I wish they would just make a new one.
I mean, you can't. The question is, will it make? If it don't make money, it don't make sense in this world.
I mean, look, I'm sure Bandai Namco is probably like, what if we just make a really cheap turn-based Gundam game with like parts customization where you use like a half the Gundam Breaker 4 assets? Can we do that?
These are the same people who, you know, completely forgot that Digimon was a game, a franchise they had. We'll
Okay,
get.
they didn't forget.
Oh, let's put it like
They did.
this.
They
They
they fired the producer. That
I mean,
like like 4 years, like 3 or 4 years ago, they replaced the like lead producer for like the Digimon like games.
I mean, we'll also talk about Digimon in the future, but
Right.
I guess it's fair. But it's like they were just kind of sitting on it for a while, so it's like
A
I
little
always
bit,
felt
yeah.
like I feel like y'all could be doing something with this, and now they finally started to do something with it. And it's like, oh, we could have. Why didn't we do this before?
And it's like everyone completely forgot Digimon Survivors happened. Like, it seems like the entire internet just memory hold that game.
I mean, yeah, because it wasn't going up against Pokemon, and people were
Right.
upset over Pokemon. Which, speaking of, I don't think I think have you touched ZA?
Oh wait, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Okay.
Played Legends ZA.
Yes, I was asking you play Legends ZA.
Well, I don't have a Switch.
One or two?
Well, see, I had a one that I got from work for free, and I just kind of gave it to my sister for her birthday. So now I have 0 Switch.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. There's something on the Switch I want, so, I mean, that's on the Switch too.
I'm because I'm playing on the Switch One because I'm not spending $500 to get another Switch. I'm sorry, I don't care if that
Right.
I don't care if the game looks better, if it's got 60 frames. Like I barely used my Switch anyway until 100 line came out, so I'm like, why not?
Mhm.
So I'm just like, hey, I'm actually interested in this game. You know, I burnt out of ZA. I mean, of Arceus because I'm like the catching was cool, but like the story just got kind of ridiculous towards the back end, and not in the oh this is fun type of way. It's just like this is just kind of a mess.
Oh.
And then so then I was like, and because of that, combined with BDSP being an utter mechanical disaster, I decided to skip out Scarlet Violet. I was like, you know what, I'm good.
Understandable?
Which as a working game, I completely was cool with that because I'm like, oh, thank God I didn't do that one because that game was broken. So I just watched the playthrough, only for it to have probably one of the coolest moments in all of Pokemon in it. So I'm like, oh, you know, the tragedy of skipping it, but I'd rather just not spend money on that abomination.
Right.
So I was like, ZA actually, unlike previous, I'm like, ZA looks like it actually works, and I was like, I'm intrigued on what they could do with uh um Lumios and what could happen with the story of X and Y. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's actually buy it, and I've been enjoying it so far. I'm like, I'm genuinely having fun. I'm like, oh yeah,
Nice.
like this feels really nice. And I haven't made a lot of like story push just yet, but I'm probably gonna spend some time
I
tomorrow to
kind of
get through
hope
it.
I kind of hope we get like a Pokemon game that takes place in like the further future.
I mean, this is like technically 6 years after X and Y, but I understand what you mean.
Right.
Which
Like I kind of want to see like a Pokemon game that takes place like right around the time we start seeing the Paradox Pokemon from like Scarlet and Violet, the future ones.
uh, I'd be interested in that, but I think it'd be a weird logistical thing to be like, how the heck do we figure this out? And plus, then it's like, well, why don't we just do one from like the past with the Paradox, with the ancient Pokemon too?
Well, I mean, we are. I mean, I can't say anything about that one.
Better not.
I'm not getting this podcast nuked.
Uh, but like, so one thing about ZA that is very funny is for some reason, I mean, not for some reason, obviously the prior game, but it's like the amount of utter glazing that like people are doing with Legend ZA. just because they either because they don't like I mean of Arceus because they don't like ZA, or so that is kind of crazy to me. And it's made even crazier by the fact that in Legend ZA, there's actually a gigantic like if you go into the Kalos Museum, there is literally a giant freaking slight spoilers by the way.
Oh
Like
no.
there's
Anyway.
literally a giant exhibit on Hisui on the second floor of the museum. And what's even crazier is that on the very like right corner, because like you go in there's a quest you can do to find all these pupa. But it's like if you legitimately like go to that corner, there's a thing that you I don't think RC has never told you, but it says it has 3 pictures of a person from the Diamond, the Pearl Clan, and one other character. And they represent the sky, the sea, and the earth.
Huh.
And it's the most like simultaneously cool reference and most insane retcon I think I have seen in a Pokemon game.
Right.
So so it's a cool reference because it uses these two of the 3 characters. It uses their old designs.
Oh.
But it's also insane because it now retcons them to have been connected to a entirely different region from their own. Can you guess what those 3 characters are?
Oh shoot. Who?
Archie, Maxie, and Alder.
What?
Yes. They have a picture of old Archie in the Pearl Clan. Granted, keep in mind, old Archie was white and that's what Archie is black. Did they have old Maxie be from the Diamond Clan, and they have like an older ancestor be like this 3rd tribe that represents the sky. And it's like that is the most insane lore tidbit I have ever seen in my life. What do you mean you have now retconned Team Magma, Team Aqua, and the champion of Unova into being ancient Hisuians related to ancient Hisui?
All right. Hear me out.
Meanwhile,
What if the Legends? What if the Legends games just all take place in a different unit timeline? This is retcon the retcon.
I mean, if it weren't for the fact that they basically say they got Clemonce's body, I agree with you. Which goes my one of my complaints about Legends EA is that they pretty much try and like find every reason to not explain what happened to every main character from X and Y. Like Tierno is off popular in an entirely different region. Trevor and Professor Sycamore went traveling somewhere for research. No one's heard of Shauna. Caleb and Serena are just missing, which is why they need to find the best Mega Evolution trainer in Kalos. And Diantha's working on a movie, and it's like, and no one's seen Malva.
We got rid of every single person in order to make you the chosen one.
No, we got every single main character because they have been the most disliked roster of like protagonist friends in the entire like franchise.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just really funny. It's like you can retcon an entirely different new piece of lore into the franchise, but we can't get at least one old character that isn't Emma in a skin tight suit.
I mean, it seems like a worthy trade-off to me.
But I wanted to see them actually like get redemption in some way. But it's like, damn, we can't even get that.
No.
It's just like I'm just like, as someone who's like actually kind of like those guys somewhat, even though they weren't the best. Like, I just feel like they're gonna try and like sell them back to you in the DLC, and I'm just like, oh boy.
Probably.
Now, if they don't, I'm genuinely like, oh, they really did not want y'all to come back.
I mean, hey, pay $30 to go meet all the characters we mentioned that are not appearing in this game. Wink, wink.
It's just really like sad. I was like, dang, I wish they were here because like considering how some things go in the story, I'm like, I wish y'all showed up.
Hmm.
But it makes sense to probably put like even in like post game. But it's like it makes sense like if you're gonna make a whole bunch of new models, just put in a DLC and get some money back for them.
Right.
Which is crazy considering they made like a whole they damn near made a whole nother like region of characters in this entire game. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like you could have like just slapped them in there somehow.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, for crying out loud, like you have probably seen more art of the trainers from this game than you probably realized.
No, I think I realized. I mean, I'm gonna keep it up somewhat with the game.
Like,
It's like I may not play Pokemon, but I follow Pokemon.
so that just not going anything like that crazy. I was just like saying, it's I'm enjoying the game. That's it. Anyway, back to
Right.
you. I kind of took your over your segment.
No, you're good. Oh, well, I mean, not too much happened with work, I guess, the entire time. It's been a pretty slow few weeks on that front. I don't know, I guess let's move on to let me do anime first and then gotcha stuff.
Okay.
That video game stuff. Switch my order a little bit. I'm not seeing too many shows this anime season. Probably need to fix that at some point, but say favorite one so far this season. Yeah, it has to be Tojima Wants to Be a Common Writer. Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Shojin speaks to me. Alright. 40-year-old guy and his chuny friends doing common writer stuff. Pretty simple premise. It's fun. I don't want to say too much about it plot wise. Looks really good. Although they have to stop that one gooner animator from like getting too many keyframes. There were some ridiculous shots in this show.
I have heard.
Yeah. he needs to be stopped. Bro's actually lost his mind.
But did we just talk about if gooning gets you into something, then all for it?
I don't know. I'm just sure. Some of these are egregious. I think I'm an unproductive simp was like, so what is happening here? Music is stellar. Like they have locked Teddy Lloyd in a dungeon and just said, we need a theme for every single we need a vocal track for every single character to play in every single episode now. I'm like, bro, why do the Mucks just have the greatest song of all time? Absolute banger of a show. Heavily recommend it. Even if you don't care that much for Kamen Rider, check it out.
I mean, what other superhero show you watching? My Hero is about to end, and One Punch Man's so bad. I literally saw a reactor who'd been watching the show the whole time finally say, "We're literally put in their title, we're done." On episode 3, they were like, "We gave episode 2, and like episode 3, we're done, bro."
Just done.
Also, shout out to
That
the director who got harassed off of Twitter. I am so sorry, bro. You don't deserve that,
he did not deserve that.
given how it's like you came in very late, but people don't care if it means like, well, my show, I don't care about you and your feelings. I'm so sorry for you, dog. You don't deserve that.
Yeah. People, I swear. Oh yeah, I found a really stupid shot I was talking about.
What?
Hmm. Like, buddy, what are we doing here?
Oh, that shot. Yeah. Yeah. Lord have mercy. Okay. Yeah, I can't post that on the screen right now.
It's funny. I'll give it that. Other show I'm watching.
Bro,
What was it?
literally drew
Tomasa
circles.
no Yaguri, or whatever it's called. Interesting premise. Guy wakes up in the future, and there's cyborgs, and he's trying to figure out what happened. It's pretty nice. And then, for some odd reason, the show spends 2.5 episodes on a weird incest subplot with side characters, and I'm like,
Huh?
what are we doing here?
What an insane thing to just kind of add on that, bro.
It's as strong as the actual show itself when it gets to that point. The main character's just playing matchmaker for two siblings, and it's like, what are we doing here? I've never heard someone say the line, well, you know, it's the future, right? Relationships have changed at the time I've been gone.
Yeah. Go ahead and
Endless
drop that.
amounts of cope.
Go ahead and drop that show, dog. I think it's. I think it's over.
I want to drop it, but I'm like, I want to see where the actual plot goes. But I don't think it's going anywhere. This is wrong with PA works, all right?
It's going into Digimon if the team were if the team didn't get stopped.
Like, PA Works is such an interesting studio. 'Cause anytime they announce an anime original, there's a 50% chance it's gonna be hot garbage. The other 50% of side games is involved, in which case it's probably gonna be at least decent. I need side games to back more anime originals. They're pretty good with bangers, all right? And then doing nothing with them after their one season.
Unless they're moves, right?
Right. Like for every they gave us Braver and then Akiba made Wars. And those are probably up there for top shows of their decade. It's also the only way me saying, please watch Akiba Made Wars. All
I
of you.
I have actually seen Akuma Maid War. I haven't seen all of it.
Fair.
But it was
Love
actually
that
pretty
show.
fun.
Like I don't know how you even get to that kind of premise. Like, yeah, we're trying to do mafia movies with maids. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's the state of anime right now. Much like everything in life, 50-50 at the moment. Probably gonna start watching at least one or two more shows and start marathoning them to catch up.
Hmm.
Okay, wait, Digimon. Almost forgot. New Digimon season is fantastic so far.
Yeah, wait for that so far.
Mm. I'm like, see the first 4 episodes. It's like, yeah, they're definitely aiming for a slightly older demographic. I feel like Digimon's notes can hit that sweet spot. I feel like between like younger and older audiences.
Mm.
They know what they're doing finally.
Oh god, I hope so.
I'm. I think it's gonna. I think the franchise is gonna be fine. It just took a while.
Yeah. I'm just. I will say I did get spoiled on the Time Stranger ending.
Hmm. That I have not seen yet, so I'm just gonna.
Uh,
I've been doing good about avoiding most spoilers for Time Stranger.
yeah, I'm just gonna say I personally didn't like what it did, but you know, I'll also say I have no context for much of everything that happened, so I will preface by saying that.
Fair. You know, I'm just gonna be a little like optimistic with Digimon's direction. Also, I feel like we kind of have to be right now before they go back into the dungeon for another 10 years. As tends to be the case with that franchise. Or at least we don't want them to end up like Metabots is currently. We never hear about it outside of and then the Metabots mobile game had a crossover with blah 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 blah.
I've I'm not gonna hold you. I completely forgot Metabots was a franchise, bro.
E- exactly.
That's dire. I mean, I mean, we've never heard from Beatamon ever again. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, and then that came back as that bottle cap series, and then that kind of died.
And
That's because bottle caps are nowhere near as cool as marbles. I'm sorry.
yeah, I first off, I've never heard of that being a bottle cap thing. Secondly, what in the James from Pokemon idea is that?
I mean, they were trying, all right.
Listen,
And not everyone can be Beyblade, okay? Beyblade kind of just owns the physical action toy market.
but you know why? Because Beyblade did overly reinvent itself for no reason, just super reinvent itself. It always just spinning tops, and that's it.
1,000 years of history would tell you that the spinning top is the ultimate shape.
Yes, but then you don't do but you don't pull a Bakugan and try and reinvent the entire gameplay 3 times.
You know, I think what really doomed Bakugan was the triangle. All right.
What was the triangle? I forgot.
I mean, sorry, the trapezoid.
Oh, you talking about the like the version 2 of like kind of like pick that stuff up thing for like the
Yeah, like the
cores,
Bakugan.
or like the
Yeah,
Baku
like
gear
well,
itself?
the Baku gear itself.
Okay, so like back in like series 1, that's what you mean.
Uh-huh. That was the beginning of the end.
But I like the idea, but it's like, man, they kind of just, I don't know. I feel like,
Like Bakugan's always struggled on that like toy versus game axis.
yeah, it
Always.
has.
And I feel like Valkyrie and everything that started coming out afterwards, where it's just like, all right, now you're just building action figures. Where are the cards? And pretending there's cards on the field somewhere.
I mean, I think that's just kind of the biggest problem with Bakugan 2 is like, it basically kind of is like ignores something at some point.
Yeah.
Like in Gen 2, it's like basically cards just didn't exist because for some
And then
reason Spin Master was like, uh we're gonna
we
wait.
don't need locals,
Yeah, we don't know lead locals. It's like and then it's like, oh well, locals will get it in a year. It's like, what?
right?
Like, I don't know how you fumble having one of the biggest like TCG content creators on your side and mess that up biblically.
Madness.
So Gen 3 was basically trying to just be Beyblade in some ways, but it's like, okay, now you're just actually doing nothing.
Like, this is the worst. Like, usually the worst time to be Beyblade when Beyblade's having like probably its heyday.
Yeah, it's like if you were like was it released in Burst era where like took Hasbro just messed up everything about that
Right? Or where
stuff.
it's like maybe like if you release it around the time they were trying to make Bay Wheels the thing.
Yeah, but they were still in kind of like early Gen 2 or like Gen 1, late Gen 1, early Gen 2, so it's like eh.
Right. Fair. They should bring back Bay Wheels.
No, they shouldn't.
Fine.
Listen, the show was good, but I'm not saying we revive something no one really like
The
vibe
show
with
was
from.
way better than it should have been.
Yep.
I mean, then again, I guess it's running off the high of the metal era in general. It's like, all right,
Yep, that too. Which Which, you know what? Speaking of Beyblade, let me say this hot take. This, you know what? I feel like the CX line should have been what uh uh Beyblade that should have been from the beginning, because it's just so, in my opinion, it just feels like the perfected version of X.
Mm,
But they released it third.
right.
Because, like, you've got the basic line, then you have the unique line, which basically created the strongest base in the entire, like, some of the strongest base in the entire franchise, arguably. And then
Why won't the wizard stop spinning?
and now you have the CX line, which is we've made Beyblades, but they're customizable, yeah, but they're more top heavy and burst prone. Like, they fundamentally do not work on a competitive level for most of them, which is so crazy because I'm like, I look at Fox, like Fox Rush, like over here, and it's like, this is like one of the coolest Beyblades I've seen, because it's just like a nine-tail like barrage attacker with a good fox thing. I can probably take the fox and put in another thing. I can shift up the second wheel onto something else to be good, much better. Change the parts, like 5 parts to change instead of 3 is just so much more fun and
Right.
customizable. And it's like, you thought of this, like this being the third one is like, in hindsight, it's like this should have been just the standard for Beyblade X the whole time.
Mm.
Because now it's like,
I
in
mean,
order.
I don't think that something simpler was a bad thing.
No, I don't think Star Simpler was a bad thing, but I think this is.
UX is a real problem.
But it's like so funny because it's like, I look at this, I'm like, this is both simple and, simple and like enough depth, way more depth than like the way X was. I just think in hindsight, it's like, this was probably should have been what should have been from the beginning, but because I really
Right.
do like this line, but I understand you. But yeah, UX was a like complete hilariosity. You're just like, oh yeah, all these bays are just all pretty much the strongest bays in the game. Like, arguably,
You
it's
know,
like,
until the DX line a year from now.
and it's so crazy. It's like, oh man, then why keep releasing BX bays?
I mean, that's the interesting, right? So they keep all, so it seems they keep all the lines going at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I guess it'll be interesting, like how or if they manage to balance all these lines by the end of the era.
They probably aren't.
No, we all know how Beyblade eras go. They're gonna release like one new era's gonna come over the base like 25% larger than everything else before them, and that becomes the brand new meta. Every time.
We'll just have to wait and see. Because I'm like,
Yeah. And how's that? Show wise, uh, I'm not feeling Common Rider Zets.
hmm.
Like, oh no, Takahashi finally missed as a writer. As a writer, God.
Hey man, it's still early. It could bang.
I mean, you're right. It is still early. Like typically his shows kind of, start on a much higher note. I mean, I feel like if you keep willing the same guy out like every 3 years, eventually something's gonna fold.
Yeah.
Like you can't keep releasing bangers, right? Like it'll probably get better, but I'm just like, I'm not feeling the formula here at all. And he keeps trying to make the exact same protagonist. And this time it's like, all right, it's feeling a little tired. So I know. I'll keep watching. I'm just like, I'm not excited for it.
Okay.
And then on the Ultraman front, stuff finally started happening after like 14 episodes out of 25. Not great. But you know, like for episode 14, episode 15, they just ran like turn to on. So, all right, guys, we're gonna actually pretend we're an actual Ultraman show finally, and just introduce a bunch of stuff to the setting out of nowhere, and just going to vibe with it. It's like, okay, okay. And I can't even call it a retool because these shows are finished well in advance of airing for Ultraman. But oh, you just planned out for the show to completely shift gears at the halfway mark in a very jarring fashion. Okay, weird thing to do. Kind of just waiting for the next show at this point. Didn't I realize that's like a year out?
You you basically saying it's up for Toku.
Yeah. Because the Ultraman cycle is weird. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. You basically saying like, yeah,
Mhm.
Toku on a losing streak for you right now.
Yeah. Speaking of the losing streak, let's wait. Uh,
Let's wait.
Gozuger? I mean, sorry, Gozuger's been pretty rocking it. Great streak of episodes, really good streak of episodes. You know, a very good Sentai show. Too bad it's the last one. Oh no. Man, alright.
We gotta kill
We
Hasbro,
gotta
man.
talk about this.
We gotta kill Hasbro in GTA.
See, the worst part, right? It's about this whole announcement that like Gozuger's still a final Sentai series. Like, one, it came out the announcement, quote unquote announcement, the news article came out like 4 a.m. in Japan time, and everyone just kind of got ambushed with it. And so far, it's been 2 days later, and Toei has not said a word, or the network.
Like, guys, is this true?
You have there's Yuki Kaji is in Gozuger. It's like, oh, wait, what?
Like,
What do you mean? What do you mean I'm on the last show? And he had to delete his tweet about it.
he's like, huh? Like, what you?
It's like, buddy, you're voicing the mech. What do you mean you don't know what's happening?
Like, to be fair, I don't think he knew he'd be the last one doing the last Master Duel Yu-Gi-Oh. So
This is also true.
It's like,
Hey,
let's see,
Purdue.
let's see. Long running series. Yuki Kaji's been in when he's been in the last show. Yu-Gi-Oh, Attack on Titan, all of Super Sentai.
It's like, I'm the final robot in a 50-year-long franchise. Like, oh no. At least one other previous Sentai actor I was like in one of the anniversary specials, like I've known about it was like, oh, I've known about this for like 2 years. It's like, huh?
Oh yeah,
And he had to delete his tweet.
oh yeah, I know we've been cooked. What? Hmm?
Wait, you guys didn't know?
Oh, yeah,
Mm,
yeah. I feel like
yeah,
eventually Toei has to kind of spawn. Like, okay, what's going on for real?
like when you have a bunch of old, like when you have a bunch of old actors all going,
I,
guys, I think the show's cooked. Oh man, it was a nice long 50 years with you. You have to say something.
yeah, it's like what's going on for real? Please explain.
And it
And,
doesn't help because there's like you can see the sharp like what eastern western divide here. The western fan base on some high level cope, all right, because some like rumors like that sprouted out like about almost a year ago. It's like about a retool happening or like a rebranding, which was a complete rumor and unconfirmed yet. But are like, guys, it's not ending. It's rebranding. It's like, shut up. You don't know that. Nobody knows that. It's unconfirmed.
but it has to be. How's it gonna make sure they can release it in the West? Since Hasbro isn't doing anything.
And any contract lawyer can tell you that's not how that works. Also it's a lifetime contract that extends to space. Which I just love that that's a thing.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, the Saban contract, the initial contract they signed with Saban is both a lifetime and extends to the known universe.
You're gonna have to send me some actual proof of that, dog, because I that can't be real. Why would they sign a contract that's lifetime? What does lifetime even mean?
Well, here's a part where it mentions the territories. Well, I mean, it was signed in the 90s.
Territory. The territory shall include the SISI territory, the United States, America, its territories, Commonwealth, and possessions, U.S. military installations located outside the U.S. and the U.S. Armed Forces Radio and Television Network, and SINV
Any
territory.
military bases?
The universe excluding the SISI territory, Brazil, Japan, Singapore, Thailand, Hong Kong, Malaysia, China, Korea, Taiwan, Indonesia, Vietnam, Cambodia. What?
Uh-huh. I'm sorry. If Elon colonizes Mars, it's still Power Rangers territory.
What the
You cannot watch Sentai legally in space.
I actually got stun locked. Hold on, let me. What the? Okay, there can't be. I mean the actual like full thing. Like this is okay. This is what he is. Like this is what he showed me. Is the whole thing. He actually said this to me. The territory shall include the United States of America, its territory, its Commonwealth's possession, blah blah blah, in SINV territory, the universe excluding Brazil. Brazil, Japan, Singapore. This can't be the right contract. They must have thought it was a different word, because I cannot fathom why you would sign a contract that says the universe on it.
I mean, there's a link to the full contract.
Yes,
Again,
please
it's super
send
long.
me that, because I'm like, that can't be genuinely real. Like,
Here you go, and you can just control F universe.
okay, we're actually gonna get to the bottom of this. NCC info. ABC Family Worldwide Inc. Is this the one?
Yep. Well,
Distribution.
all
Oh, it is. It is pretty long. Oh,
dated 1992. Yep.
we actually gonna have to look at this real quick. Okay. All right. Control F Universe. Oh my God, it's on there. Distribution agreement. Okay, this is the whole agreement. This agreement is made as of the bond date between Saban International Services (SISI), Peru, California, and Saban International at September. On the one hand, and Toy Company on the other hand. Program: a minimum of 45 and a maximum of 52 half-hour episodes of the live-action children's television series entitled Chejuan Ranger, aka Galaxy Rangers. Determine this. What is Galaxy Rangers?
I'm assuming that's the original name for Power Rangers.
Okay. Term this
Honestly,
agreement.
I kind of like the name.
Term of this agreement shall commence upon the above date and shall continue for a period of 10 years from the date that all delivery requirements have been satisfied. Initial term. Licensee shall have the option exercisable by written notice to licensor prior to the expiration of the initial term to extend the initial term for additional 15 years, principally under the same terms and conditions contained herein. The initial term plus extensions thereof, if any, shall hereinafter be referred to as the third as the as the term. Upon expiration of the term, licensor shall honor and be bound by all third-party agreements entered into by a licensee during the term which extends beyond the term, and licensee shall be entitled to retain its share of compensation with respect thereto, provided, however, that licensee shall not enter into any third-party agreements which extend more than 1 year beyond the term. There's the territory, delivery date, 2. So what is the
Dude, the problem being they kept extending it per those 15 years.
term? So is it implying that they have to do something once every 15 years to keep the license for Power Rangers available? Or at least the show every 15 years? That
At the very least, like I imagine, after probably after at that 10 years, they definitely extended another 15, and who knows if it happened again.
I mean, we do know that at least.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we know, like now that it's now this has been transferred over to Hasbro, they are not laying the hell off out of this.
so
Like
them,
they are not gonna let this expire.
so let's see. When did Power Ranger Fury? When did Power Rangers Cosmic Fury end? technically it was 2023. Sons of Fury. When did it release? Because it all released in one go.
You know, the initial thing would have gone up to like 2017.
Release September 29, 2023 was the release date of Sons of Fury.
Right.
So technically 2023. So 2038 would technically be where this contract would technically would have to be. You've got to make a new show by then.
Right. Like 2038 would almost be like, you know, the time they would have to like renew it, basically.
Yes, which is
Crazy to think that this was signed.
up. Damn, I dropped the name.
It's like there's no way like House was gonna be like, you know what, we don't need this contract, you know, we're just gonna surrender the rights to Galaxy Ranger.
Here's the problem. They said those rights. Power Rangers is truly dead because there's no other person who's taking. Because there's no way Toei is going to sign a contract like this ever again.
Right.
That says the universe does not belong to Sentai.
Like, I'm almost certain Times Obama was like holding Lord Zed's staff when we was like writing that part out. Those blasted Rangers can't make it to the universe.
Oh, what a piece of crap.
God. Yeah, no, they should probably announce something.
I mean, they have said they're working. I mean, there has been at least a confirmation. I forgot what article was, but they have said there is a reboot scheduled for sometime in the next 2 years. But whether it comes to pass or not is a whole different story.
Right. I mean, there's also the fact, at least what Sentai has not been making any money for the past like 5 or 6 years.
Which is crazy.
Like it's the net negative.
It's like, yeah, it's like if it's gonna stop, it's because no one wants it anymore. It's like,
Right.
yeah, no one's buying our stuff no more.
It's like I'm sorry, you I hate to make the joke, but you're kind of running out of Japanese kids to sell toys to.
Yep.
This isn't great.
And over here in America, it's like you're running out of money for American kids to buy toys.
Right. It's
And,
like, you know, your franchise is in a bad strait when you're making less money than Ultraman. Way less right now for Sentai. And that's Bandai's poverty show. Like, I'm not gonna mince words. Ultraman is Bandai's poverty show. They refuse to give them any money.
so Ultraman is the Pokemon of Bandai.
Pretty much. I mean, even the way the company split, it's like technically, like, you have split between like most like two companies for the most part, because like Super Eye is tech was the like original like creators, but then like Bandai has like almost a majority, like it's either 50-50 or like a slight majority ownership of Ultraman. So it's just like the Pokemon company, the Game Freak and Nintendo.
I meant this joke, but like the fact that it actually is Got connected is kind of funny. Okay.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah. Rough time to be a Toku fan.
I mean, if you don't like Zets,
Right. It'll get better, maybe. I guess video game news. Uh oh, gotcha news. I kind of just been stuck on the Chaos Zero Nightmare grind since that game came out.
oh yeah, I actually generally forgot that game released. I mean, I literally
It's
don't have any space for it anyway, so it's like it doesn't matter.
fair. I mean, it has a decent PC client. I'll say that. I'm like, oh, okay, because like I just pre-registered for it. I'm like looking at it, and it just popped up on my phone at work one day. I'm like, what the heck is this? Guess I'll click it and find out. You know what I'm saying? Loving it. You know, I feel like if we finally hit, what if there was a good gotcha version of Slay the Spire?
I'm just trying to remember. This is the one that said, we're not doing a gotcha for characters, right?
No, that's Duet Night Abyss.
Okay.
You know, this one's very much a character gotcha.
Mm.
I mean, the rates are pretty good. Also, no one's actually limited. Any character on the rate up just goes straight into like the standard banner afterwards. I mean, if most of the gameplay loop goes, you have a roguelike where you're like your deck changes constantly and whatnot. You clear it, and then you get to use that deck in like main content stuff. And then you have your standard like MiHoYo gotcha game progression.
See.
What if Star Rail was hard and also, played well? I mean, I will contend Honkai Star Rail is a card game at its core. Very much. But I feel like that's a controversial opinion to have.
Mm, considering how people are not. I mean, no, I say people are not. I mean, like the vocal people are not happy with Star Rail kind of ending this Amphorius arc the way they are.
Ah.
Irene looks like a mess, bro.
Maybe the reason I don't hate the game right now is I kind of have like one of the most correct free to play accounts in the game.
I mean, I pretty much like, oh yeah, I'll just. I
Like I
might.
think I have all but like 3 of the 5 stars, and that's it.
I'm pretty much just only like. I'm just gonna only pick up Yasin from this next patch and just kind of call it. I'm like, I already
Fair.
got characters I care about, and Yasin is the only like healer for this path. Might as well just grab her and then just call it a thing because I do not want the character showing up in 3.8.
Hmm.
I'm like, I never liked her design. Like it's so funny they chose the one character from those Enforius like characters they previewed like all the way back from like that family of characters they previewed, and they chose the one character whose design I actually liked the least, and said, "Yeah, no, they're the one that's gonna come first." Like,
I mean, it could be worse. It could be Genshin right now paying $300 to play Roblox.
what?
That new mode in Genshin Impact that's incredibly like money hungry.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, no, they added Roblox to Genshin Impact.
But no clue on that. I have.
Yeah. Any case, Chaos Hero Nightmare. If you like card games, it's pretty great. And the funniest part is like I'm pretty sure like at least for the first week or so playing it, I've seen maybe 20 different tier lists that are all wildly different. So that's probably a good sign for the game's balance.
Yeah, probably.
Every character is good so far, or at least has some broken combo. You get, and plus, like the main roguelike mode does cost any stamina at all. You can kind of just experiment, keep trying to improve your characters. Way to strike a balance. Other than that, I did play Duet Night Abyss as well for like 2 days. You know,
Okay.
when it doesn't have a character gotcha. Wow. It's a lot like Warframe. It's pretty much just anime Warframe. And I'm like, cool. There's no gotcha. I mean, there's no character gotcha. That means, you know, it's pretty awesome, right? But then everything else about the game just feels like Honkai Star Rail. Or like any other like MiHoYo gotcha game. So, you know, cool. Well, you can unlock all these grind to unlock these characters, but like everything else is still just every other gotcha game you've seen before. It's like if you're gonna get rid of the character gotcha, why do I still have to C6 a character? Right? Why do I still need dupes for all my stuff to make them good? Like I feel like they just took out the gotcha and then said, all right, we change and nothing else at all. Like it's a neat idea on paper. It plays all right. Like Proto, it's not even the UI itself. It's everything else, including the UI. Like mechanically, it's still the same gotcha game. Like it's weird. I'm going to keep playing it to like, you know, give it a fairer shake. But I don't know. It's alright. The outsiders haven't been doing too much. It's a pretty weak corner, like the break time.
Hmm. Be worse.
I can be fair towards things, alright, Proto. I'm fair towards a lot of things. Right?
Better than me.
See? Like I at least, you know, I gave Alestros an honest try.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Sure, buddy.
I broke the game in the first match. I gave it a fair shot. And I'm at least giving Do a Night Abyss a fair shot. Alright. But I think it's gonna be it for me.
Okay. Oh, guess it's news time.
News time.
With this, we will now begin the new segment. And to start off, we got the news segment, we got the TCG news. And to start off, let us go into. That is not at all what this is supposed to be. Okay, hold on.
Oh.
Oh, I have to go to this one. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it was I don't know, weird one for some reason. We're going to game 7 in the World Series. Oh boy. So, first off, a fan convention for Yu-Gi-Oh! Coming October 25th, 2026, officially called Kaiba Corp Con. This is a very new thing, and it's been announced it, and it's been revealed that a few prominent creators in the community, most notably the anime community of Yu-Gi-Oh, have decided to put this together for being a fan convention for Yu-Gi-Oh in general. So not a lot of knowledge, but of what it is and what's gonna happen. So just have to wait and see. So just kind of bring this into the forefront because it's I think it's important to kind of talk about.
So you have the first one for Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yep. Next up, Master Duel Forbidden Limited List. This is important for you. They have now banned Appaloosa, Evil Swarm Ouroboros, Anti-Spell Fragrance, and Artifact Mjolnir. Sword and X Rizal have been limited to 1, along with Mouse, Chessy Cat, and Call by the Grave. Troll and Lockbird has been limited to 2, as well as the Labyrinth cards coming to 3.
It's a really nice ban list.
Yeah, feels like it should have happened ages ago.
Right.
So that's.
I'm thinking, bring that Grasslink screener back to 3 copies. That'd be great.
Well, at the very least, this means I can play Sky Strikers in a. I'm not playing Sky Strikers in Master Duel.
Not. I mean, not while Mouse is still a thing, right?
I mean, Mouse has been kind of hit for a while, so it's eventually. But it's more so just more so just because we don't have Zero and the new spelling yet, so.
Right.
All right, next up, for Yu-Gi-Oh! Genesis, which if you don't know is the alternate official format for Yu-Gi-Oh! Where cards are ranked based on points. They released a update where you can see they have increased points and decreased points based on actual playability. Since it's the first actual big update since the format released, obviously they're going to make a lot of changes. There's a lot on here though. I'm not gonna.
Yep.
So a lot of cards did just get changed based on their archetypes or general cards. And if you want, for example, Fallen Virtuous, I just talked about being a very powerful spell. They basically slammed branded with a bunch of like choice restrict, with a bunch of points to add in to make the deck kind of like much more complicated to build. So
Yeah, that happened.
and if you want some details about everything, they also revealed it did a whole blog post about some of their point questions and points about why certain things happened the way they did. So that's also another thing. So far, pretty cool. All right. Next up, Grand Archive TCG. They've had a
Oh,
what?
so Grand Archive.
So they did a whole live stream, which kind of did a bunch of like card reveals mostly, but this was something which happened last night. But this is something they announced too, which is effective with the release of Phantom Monarchs, which is the next set, December 5th, 2025. There will be a rule change affecting the start of the game. All players put their level 0 Spirit Champion onto the field as the game begins. Spirit on enter abilities resolve in turn order. Players can't gain opportunity until after all abilities triggered by standing champions have resolved. Players can't declare attacks on their first turn of the game unless they are the last player in the turn cycle. As the card pool in Grand Archive TCG has expanded over the last several sets, the number of strategies requiring first turn interactions has increased dramatically. Decks that incorporate these strategies often exhibit significantly higher win rates when going first. With this rule change, non-first turn players can now play interaction cards during the first turn, reducing the opportunity cost of including more interaction cards in their deck. Additionally, we believe that allowing all players to see their opening hands earlier in the game will help decrease the number of matches that go into overtime. So effectively, what they basically said is now uh you can actually play on turn turn zero basically,
Yep.
because the card pool has expanded and they're like, we can have people play interaction and going second is a lot more like viable.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty interesting. I I hope this how it works out. I like to see how it goes over in time, because that's definitely a
Right.
pretty big rule change.
Like
Hmm?
it'll be interesting. Like the point. It's like, all right, use your on play. It's like it's right now immediately just to do stuff. It'd be cool.
Yeah, really nice and pretty cool. Kind of like how Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of more adapting to like you can play more on your opponent's turn on start. So, all right. Next,
Wonder if that's the future of card games moving forward.
probably not,
Nah.
because this is more so just like a long. It's been a while, so like we're just future proofing after just like years of looking at the game state and kind of like where things can go. And it's like probably rather make this change now.
Right.
So in between the time we had our last podcast, Shadowverse Worlds Beyond revealed they're having the next set coming, revealed it, and officially released it, and it's been a week since. Which
Huh?
is, yep. Set 4 is Skybound Dragons, which is based on Grand Blue Fantasy. It has the 6 dragons of Grand Blue lore. And yeah.
Is it a good set?
See, here's the thing. I've not actually played enough of it to really determine if it's good or not. all I have played is Rune, just Spellboost Rune, which is very weird. The build I'm doing is just like just spell boost, like everything, keep going. Which when it
All right.
works, it is way more fun than the Earth Rune hybrid. When it does it, it is pain.
Let me check the card pool so I can see if Portalcraft is fun yet.
Uh, oh, they do that. So one of the big things how they announced was that in the set you have the two regular tickets. You have Beelzebub and you have Belial as your exchange tickets. But they also announced that there's a second tier of ticket where you can have for a leader one of the 6 dragons that is posted on here.
Oh,
I have not checked, however, if it actually equals the same pool, but I think it does. Which means there are now potentially 8 characters you could get from the exchange ticket before you hit hard pity. Which yeah, that's a lot. Why did you do this?
right.
Not to mention you have the Zeta, which is the past leader. And what's even worse is like they have a deal in the Ruby shop where it's like, yeah, if you buy this pack, you can get one of the 6 leaders for free, but it's randomized.
Oh,
So like you might not even get the one you want. You buy all this thing, you still won't get the leader you want. Which is just kind of crazy. It's like what are y'all doing? Uh and this is just kind of like a personal bias, but side games, you need to make me stop hating Vira every time I see her. Like I hate fighting her in Rising, and I hate seeing her in Wardhaven because she's one of those units that's like, oh, this can't take X amount of damage per each interaction. So it's like she's just insanely big, and I can't barely, like, outside of hard removal, can't actually touch her. So I'm just like, oh yeah, I love not being able to interact with this stupid card unless I'm playing a deck that has like hard removal for it. So she can just swing 7 in my face for free.
all right. Well, check the card pool for Portalcraft. It's just removal. It's just all more. It's just more removal.
Yep.
All right. I give up on Portalcraft in Shadowverse. It's over.
My apologies.
Oh, you're good.
The emergency kind of happened real quick. Uh, yeah, you're talking about Portal. Like you were done.
Yeah.
And I see that Egg is probably much better now.
Huh.
So I don't know. I haven't actually like touched Portal yet. I've been still kind of, you know.
Right.
But yeah, it happened. Weird decision with that one, but otherwise, I think the set is fine.
All right.
speaking of fine, as in who knows how long it will be around, set 3 of Godzilla has been announced. It will be released January 31st, 2026. It's called Residence of Rivals, and it has works from these Godzilla titles. Do you know any of these?
I'm familiar with. Okay, well, it's the first three. Well, it's the entire like Mothra trilogy. Because Heisei Mech Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla Tokyo SOS. Was and then GMK All Monsters Attack is one on the far left.
Okay, I see.
Which makes it called Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, and then like they don't mention Anguirus in the title, but he's on the poster. I guess I do recognize all of these. Haha. So got my Godzilla cred.
All right, why aren't you supporting this game then?
I don't believe in this game.
Dang, that's crazy. But it has Godzilla.
Or just how it is.
Don't you wish to consume more Godzilla?
Yeah, but I want Godzilla Singular Point Season 2, and I can't have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That is all the Godzilla news. Uh, next note, on general like Bandai news. They released this announcement saying that the offline regional for December 6th to 7th at in Florida was been canceled. And they because the venue apparently just straight up closed or got rebought in the middle of the thing, and then they said, yeah, we're not uh doing events, or doing the contract or whatever happened.
Yeah.
So there's there. Uh, this was updated with that on the Union Arena, uh, or rather, like I think probably the general Bandai Discord, or the Union Arena Discord, that they provide a quick clarification that the event is continuing as planned. We're actively finalizing arrangements for a new venue and provide an update on October 31st, which they have that they have officially confirmed the new venue will be same day for Orlando, and it will be at the JW Marriott Orlando Grand Lakes. The address is in Central Florida Parkway. The tickets will remain valid for new venue, and you don't have to do anything to transfer it. The info will be updated in the coming days. And, obviously the travel arrangements are going to change. So, if you want to request a refund, you can do so. So, they have fixed the issue. The only thing is that, at least to my knowledge, I have to double check right now, they have not actually updated on the official, like, Bandai Card Games Twitter that this is the case.
Oh no.
Which is why these kind of come into a weird question. Not saying they aren't true or not, but it's like this should be like something put into a notice on your socials.
Right.
Like this should be like immediately, and as of this was like posted on the Gundam Reddit 8 hours ago. And there's been no real like posts on that since. So that's kind of a weird thing right there. So good that the regionals are probably still happening, but we need to get the communication line back up right.
Right.
Like,
It seems like something you really want to mention.
yeah, it's like at the very least, like, quote retweeted and like be like, hey, here's the information we have for you, or a post, something. Like, at the very least, if it's not up by tomorrow, then something's wrong. Updated by tomorrow, then something's wrong there.
Yeah.
All right. Next, speaking of Bandai, they have announced more details on Set 3, which is officially given the name Steel Requiem, which, obviously sounds like an IBO set. Which, surprise, it is!
Woo!
Set 3 will be announced, and it is officially announcing that Udir Hunt, the Gundam IBO spin-off game, which has now been turned to a movie, is going to enter the card game. In Set 3 Steel Requiem, which is the official title of Set 3, which will release January 31st. So now we are finally on the Set 3 reveal train, or hype train.
Heck yeah.
Which with the name Steel Requiem, and usually the title kind of implies what's going to be in the set, right? So
There's no way. There's no way.
I would laugh immensely
No way.
if they said, you guys wanted shoot, I forgot what the title was called. You guys wanted Hathaway. Surprise! There's not enough stuff in Hathaway support. So instead, you know where that Air Federation Xeon stuff's gonna come from? You're gonna get it off a Netflix show.
I mean, they can give the Requiem for Vengeance gem that's canon stat to like being a 7/7.
Which,
Kidding.
I mean, so it's like I could see them just take the UC angle and just make Hathaway and Requiem for Vengeance and put into one whole thing, especially since Hathaway doesn't really have a lot of like signature mobile suits, especially that early in the in the anime timeline.
Right.
Because like we're on movie 1 and like movie 2 will just barely come out, and it's like, well, some of this might be spoilers. Whereas Udir Hunt has technically been out for years. Which to me is kind of crazy that they're like, yeah, no, we're double dipping on IBO this quickly to being like a premiere like series.
I mean, I kind of get it, right? It's like, what's the main series we can use like right now, early on, to also appeal to the West?
That
You're
is,
on with IBO. They're gonna be dipping heavy in the wing in IBO like immediately,
yeah, that's fair, but
and then G Gundam's nowhere to be seen.
I mean, we still have like usually there's like 3 series that get announced for like in
Right.
set reveal. Like I would say probably if it's not in Set 3, it's going to be Set 4, without a doubt. So I would find it funny that it's like, oh yeah, Set 3 is going to have Udir Hunt, uh, Udir Hunt, Requiem for Vengeance, and G Gundam. Because you're not putting C Destiny in here, so
I feel like G Gundam's perfect for like a set for like here's our big like 1 year ish, not really 1 year, but our big air blowout set.
the
Set 4 is always the big one with card games.
this changes everything set basically.
Uh-huh.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, I am happy. It's, hey, more IBO enter cards, more. Which another thing they put on here is like the Hajiraboshi is in second form, which means it's also gonna have various forms, which I completely forgot about being a thing. I I wonder if they'll add in like. I wonder if technically because it is going with the Udyr Hunt movie, could they add in 7th form Barbatos?
Probably.
Which would be so funny that 7th form gets in before 5th or 6th.
You know, it's kind of funny. I'm like almost every IBO game, it's like, man, this is a cool Gundam design we made, yeah? Yeah, but I also found this picture book that kind of shows us how it was supposed to look, and we are so far off, bros. Like every time.
I mean, yeah, we still don't have the Gushin design, so
Right.
that's also a thing, right? What does this say? Apology, there's error in part of the video posted. Oh, it's currently posted. Okay, so there's errors, so they would fix it. But yeah, set 3
Guess
is
we upload the
there.
wrong video.
Set 3 is coming. So now the question is, can they fix their issues in time? Because I feel like a lot of people can be upset. Oh, I want to see this read.
Like distribution wise and everything.
Yeah, distribution.
Gotta wait until like after set 4.
I feel like the game can't wait for that. I mean, there's probably a reason why we waited so long to then start like giving you info on set 3 is that they were working on behind scenes stuff on that. But it's like, yeah, it's time to start promoting set 3. So I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens. Speaking of wait and
Right.
see, this is technically Digimon news, however, card game news. But this is from the With the Will Digimon forums. A new Toei financial report mentions how well Digimon is doing. The brand is solidly the third largest for Toei, including 90% of the brand's financials being outside of Japan. This report ended September before Time Stranger and Beat Break, which we can go into the actual form itself. 90% outside Japan is crazy. And it's the third highest of their earnings of that month of the finances.
Oh, that's actually crazy.
So it covers the second quarter of the fiscal year 2026, which is from April 2025 through September. So Digimon was listed as one of a number of key franchises that stable and expanded revenues was a goal. Mentioning strong performances, Digimon merchandising rights were noted for the International Copyright Division for Merchandise Rights. North America and Europe are specifically noted as strong for merchandising rights for Digimon. They expect their domestic copyright business will get an increase due to a new Digimon series starting in the later half of the fiscal year. The report predates the launch of Beat Break. The calendar of various upcoming events based on report timing noted that the upcoming launch of Digimon's story time signature for Digimon. This and related financial documents showed that for a period with no active ongoing anime, Digimon has been a large driver for Toei once again. We've seen reports in the past specifically note Digimon as their fourth largest brand for specific quarters, in times when it wasn't clear where it was, but it appeared to be third. 2024 had a dip, while early reports in 2025 showed it going up. This report has the numbers be clear enough that it's easy to say Digimon is their third biggest brand, with almost 2/3 of that of that coming from overseas licensing and a quarter of that being from overseas film. Based on the math out of the visible categories, with being over 90% of Toei's Digimon financials are from outside of Japan. This would match info that a number of staffers have said since the relaunch with Try that International was making up a bigger and bigger portion of Digimon. A number of years ago, Digimon video game sales were said to be 2/3 outside Japan. And this is all the more impressive this time since it's from a financial quarter that didn't have large active content. Also, note in their medium term management plan through fiscal year 2031, Digimon Adventure was shown as one of their leading works of the era, noting it being a mega hit broadcast in over 60 countries worldwide. So Digimon just hit a gigantic bump this last quarter, and numbers are corroborating that like the international audience is just eating up Digimon. And this is about
pretty good time to be a Digimon fan.
I mean, it probably has a lot to do with the fact that the card game became a global release.
Yeah.
September, right? August, September, that would have been the announcement of the Elysian, right? That's around the time I think we originally reported on it.
So, still not out.
This Liberator, you have that. And then I think around that time was when they announced that Digimon, like I know that a lot of Discotech had announced a lot of like Digimon like remasters and re-releases of the stuff, right? So for example, the Digimon the movie got a redub with like most of the original voice actors.
Yep.
Then they also announced that the second of the 3 Digimon movies also are coming out in the West. So it's like the movies are more accessible. The anime is more accessible now. For like older anime is more accessible now. So that's probably has to do a lot of it too. And again, this is before Time Stranger's success, but I assume just the hype from Time Stranger becoming a lot stronger also helped too.
Good time for accessibility. That's just kind of the thing, though, right? Like, you make things available for a global audience.
Yep.
They show up. I mean, they're saying it all over the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, without doubt, if you just show up and actually give them something they want.
We'll be interested to see what happens with Common Rider now, with like that. Like, bad opening up a Gundam base in the US.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like, more and more like should be like, hey, can we make Kamen Rider more accessible in terms of like the belts and blasters and
Right.
whatnot? Add more Kamen Rider to the easy accessible thing. We need to figure out who has the rights to Agito.
Yeah, I feel like Toei probably like signed a bunch of random deals with what random Common Rider shows all over the place.
Mhm.
It's like, what happened in like the early 2000s and 90s with this company and signing random deals?
Who knows? It's like this is just part 2 of they sold the universe away. They signed the
Yeah.
universe away. And it's like, oh, well, just like guess what happened? Like, why do you think Dragon Ball Z became one of the biggest franchises of all time? It's because it was accessible.
Right. Oh yeah, that reminds me. We got a copy of like Kamen Rider Dragon Knight for the Nintendo Wii. The reskin the fighting game because they didn't have the rights to every other Kamen Rider for a proper Climax Heroes release.
Buy that and send it to me. Buy that and either send it to me or meet up with me when I go up to Houston or something.
I could just send you a link to my job's like store page so you can buy it.
That'd be even better.
Yeah. They just like randomly showed up a few days ago. I'm like, I didn't think anyone actually owned a copy of this still.
All right. So that is it overall. Digimon is, you know, doing not bad.
Pretty good.
Congratulations, Toei. You're finally understanding that, there's more than just Japan. If only a certain
All it took was killing Sentai.
shooting the shooting the G Ranger red was certainly not a metaphor.
Right.
All right. Next news. Union Arena. Mini producer message. I kind of didn't know if I want to do this one, but I said why not. Uh, I'm Akari. Thank you so much for always playing Union Arena. Thanks to your amazing support. Union Arena celebrates first anniversary October 4th, and he means like he's the global producer for the record. I'm truly grateful to see players join the game through so many different titles. Your passion and support as Union Arena fans allows us to keep releasing exciting new cards and series. This October, we held 2 championship regionals. One of the core design philosophies of Union Arena is to let players enjoy the unique characteristics of each title while seeing characters from different series come together on the same stage. As new titles join, the gameplay environment continues to evolve, and that constant change is one of Union Arena's greatest appeals. However, we've also noticed that certain parts of the current environment have become unbalanced. Bandai is committed to ensuring that all players can enjoy fair and diverse gameplay across many different decks. We are currently reviewing this situation and will carefully consider how to address it moving forward. On October 31st, which is today, the highly anticipated Kaiju number 8 and Yu Yu Hakusho Ghost Files booster packs will finally be released. Kaiju number 8 will be the first 2-color booster in the English version. Each title offers its own unique deck building experience and faithfully captures its world, so I hope you enjoy both of these new series. We're also planning to announce new titles during Union Arena later this year, so please look forward to it. Thank you again for always playing Union Arena. We truly appreciate your continued support. Global Executive Producer Akari Fujimoto. Just a thank you for Union Arena, and that they're going to start balancing the game a little bit more now that it's been over a year.
Yeah.
And a reminder that product released. So we'll probably within the next 2 shows we'll have more Union Arena news because they said we're also gonna let you know new series coming up. So yeah. All right, time for me to crash.
Finally. I've been waiting for a crash out this episode.
I'm joking, but we're gonna talk about this. I'm partially joking. We're gonna talk about this article that came in Newsweek, which is talking about Bushiroad and how they've been moving card games. So, how Bushiroad turns card battles in anime into global entertainment. From card battles to wrestling rings, Bushiroad is building a global entertainment universe powered by passion, strategy, and storytelling. Which, keep in mind who we say this, by Bernard Thompson and Daniel De Bumford. I really hope. So, I'm gonna preface by saying I'm not saying, nor am I believing that anyone who wrote this, what I'm about to read, wrote it with AI. But I wish someone wrote this with AI, because the other implications is that they didn't do their damn job. Why do I say
Oh
this?
no.
Excuse me. May 2nd, 2025. Blaster Blade charges into the Vanguard Circle. His sharp attack amplified by a perfectly timed series of consecutive strides, enveloping the exhibition hall in a tense atmosphere. Thousands in the Tokyo Ryutsu Center wonder what will happen next. The anticipation is palpable. In response, a well-positioned trigger check flips the momentum. The crowd roaring in appreciation as they have done all day for the 150 players who fought their way from 30 regional qualifiers to make the World Finals. This is Cardfight Vanguard, Bushiroad's premier trading card game. A universe where strategy, skills, and split-second decisions collide. What the hell was that first sentence? What in the jingle up mess is that? Like, again, I'm just listen. I get it. You're just doing the article, but come on, what?
Right. Maybe that's just what Cardfight Vanguard looks like if real life was directed by the G director.
Also, it's crazy to be like developing the exhibition hall in a tense atmosphere with the 150 players. Oh,
Dog,
boy.
we're the little leagues of card games.
But we're global entertainment. There's 150 motherfuckers at the World Championships. Now, obviously, it's same players, but like just having a number there is crazy. Where it's like, oh, who else is there?
That's
Like that's why I'm like,
that's not a number you want to advertise.
that's why I'm just like that entire first paragraph. It gets better, but then it's like because like this first paragraph is like the most slop like framing in the whole thing,
Yeah.
because it's like, oh, you just said Blaster Blade and consecutive strides, like, because like there's multiple formats. You could be like, oh, and then like the next table has a perfectly has like multiple strides, because it sounds like the same fight, and it's like it's unclear. Like, again, I was saying, it's like Vanguard players who know this game. Like, there's 18,000 Blaster Blade variants in 3 formats. Who the heck? Which one are you talking about? There's only 3 formats, and 2 of them have strides technically.
I don't think those were written by AI. I think they were just paid to write a puff piece by Kadani. And they just saw, and they just Googled, what are Vanguard words?
I don't know. But
I'll be right back. All right, gotta take a quick break before we continue this disaster piece.
Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, back.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just assuming this is a puff piece. It's a really terribly worded piece of paid advertising.
Yeah, I'm not gonna respect journalism like that, but it's still like, dang, that's like that's something you wouldn't really like know unless you were an actual player of the game at some point. Like, what the heck are you talking about? You just said words. So since its 2011 debut, Vanguard's attracted more than 10 million players worldwide. The long-running anime adaptation, now exceeding 600 episodes, streams globally in multiple languages, including English, Chinese, Thai, Italian, and Korean. Together, these platforms create a multi-layered engagement ecosystem that extends far beyond the tabletop. Bushiroad founder President Takaki Kadani explains the franchise's enduring appeal. There are 5 key ways people engage with trading card games: playing, deck building, collecting, trading, and sales. This
Hmm?
versatility. Huh?
Those are ways like trading and sales. Like, I don't know about that last one.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, playing, deck building, collecting, trading, and sale. What the? What? This versatility allows different types of enthusiasts to participate in their own way, making TCGs appealing to a broad audience. Which, you're right, because like trading and sales, playing, deck building, collecting, trading, and sales, that feels almost like collecting or collecting and trading. You just kind of
Right.
combine it there. It's like, not to mention we just went through a whole thing talking about the anime, and it's like
Right.
I feel like you could have found a different way to say that different thing for that fifth thing.
We love our see Kidani is a respectful businessman and he loves the scalpers. All right.
You know, there are 5 key ways people trade card games: playing the game, building decks in the game, collecting, trading, and money. I mean sales. I mean money. I mean sales.
Yeah.
Segmented and gameplay accessibility has been central to Vanguard's success, encouraging not only players but also collectors and investors to enter the fold.
Ew.
What are you talking about?
Right?
Like, players, okay, but and game segmented and gameplay accessibility. What? Hold on.
Are we sure this wasn't written with ChatGPT?
Let me double check this. What does? Let me double check the definition of segmented. Let's look this live. Segmented dictionary definition from Oxford Languages: consisting of or divided into segments. Segmented labor markets. Verb past tense segmented. Divide something into separate parts or sections. Okay, we've got that down. Let me read this again. Different parts in gameplay accessibility. Okay, so what they mean is like the different types of what? Segmented and gameplay access. What?
I am Googling the writers of this article. Give me like
Wait,
1 second.
wait. Divide the separate parts and sections to cut segment. I'm just rereading the whole thing. Divide into many cells.
Am I really about to sign into LinkedIn right now just to stalk the writers of a news article for a podcast?
No.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna need that for a new job anyway, so might as well.
Oh, shut up. You're not wrong. Shut up.
Zeta on
You're gonna hate
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Zeta on LinkedIn. That's the clip. Segmented and gameplay accessibility. That
Honestly, I should just sign up for LinkedIn as ZetaZephyr and see what happens.
segmented and gameplay accessibility. I'm trying to understand segmented and
You're not going to.
my media literacy this good. I don't know what's going on.
I don't think it's your media literacy. I think it's actually just a typo.
Like I feel like we're missing something here in the context.
There is a word missing here.
Yes.
I'm sure like the word audiences is supposed to be in there somewhere.
Either audiences or yeah, it has to be audiences, which is missing. Like it's probably behind the Liskefell, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Considering how I can literally see the actual, bro, I can see the actual corners of the
Slaves.
either either sleeves or just the corners of the actual like Photoshop, bro.
Right.
Like what? Because
Like
that's a
what is this
Photoshop
hand of
hand.
cards?
Like Yeah, man, let me put in Rezael, Blankmeyer, Leah Lamorta,
Impaldio?
and Liskier Felt. Like they really
Man,
did shoot. Like, again, you wouldn't understand this if you didn't know
right.
Carver Vanguard. To an outsider, this is just a bunch of cards. To a person
Man,
who's actually played the
if
game for more
Varga,
time, this is 3 push cards, a cat girl that's semi-popular, in a bad Grant Gate deck. We only
man,
have.
they're just burying Varga players with now at this point. Holy shit.
It's like, where's Varga? Where's, like, either there's like you could do, like, you put Blaster Blade. Where's Blaster Blade? What is a Blaster Blade? Not only that, it's the not only that, is this just not like the this is just the anime version of the card in Japanese with
For an
with
English article.
like, whoever did the editing for this article really. Not only that, not only that, can I get a different picture, dog? Like, you have used this ever since I've seen you. So it literally anyone else.
He has to hide the aging.
What is the World Folio? The World Folio. Avoid the scam company? Wait, what? However, could see it then. Their house. Third time. So
Like, I think Arms Crossed is Kidani's only pose.
there's
It might
only
actually just be a different photo.
one Google review. But glass doors? Let's see. Okay, there is positivity here. Cons working hours longer than other jobs because of variable pay. Company. I can't actually. Very unprofessional project director. Many bad product management and no work-life balance. Not very positive experience. Interesting. It's like a quick look. I feel like this is great that we're doing like this latest user Oracle National report. And okay, so from what I understand, the word folio is like a like media and news company that goes through like, okay, so this is actually around October. So this was posted October 7th on their website. I mean, on their Twitter.
Hmm.
It only got 59 views, so like, no one knew, and all of a sudden
Well, I
it
mean,
like
on the
shows up
World
now,
Folio, this.
which is kind of crazy because like you feel like this would have been like a bigger deal much earlier.
Okay, so the actual like blurb looks a little better structured, like on the website.
Okay,
Or at the very least, there's a Varga.
can you show me this? Hold on, let me see your.
Sure. I guess it's just one for the actual like newspaper is one.
Okay, let us. Let us look at this from their website.
Exact same article.
Portfolio. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so from what the actual article is, from what this is saying, features being sharp saying, that first part is the same. Accessibility has been central to Vanguard's success, encouraging not only players but also collectors to enter the fold, as opposed to the segmented in gameplay accessibility. So there's a whole extra like 3 words on the Newsweek like blurb.
That's so funny.
What the heck is this, bro? How did they send it a previous prompt, like a previous like draft, and forgot? Like, what?
Maybe?
It's kind of crazy. Like, what's going on here? Okay, I guess we'll just read from Kabuki to card battles. Around 2007, Bushiroad's vision is to create new forms of entertainment for the future. Vanguard was just the beginning. Today, the company operates across TCGs, anime, live events, music, and digital platforms, creating what Kodani describes as a sharing a passion ecosystem. This diversification reflects the broader distinctiveness of Japan's entertainment industry. Kodani notes the key conditions for intellectual properties to thrive: a sustainable population within a cultural area, affluence, and a long historical foundation. Japan meets these arguably to the greatest extent. He also emphasizes that a lenient approach to freedom of expression has allowed manga and anime culture to flourish, directly contributing to the rise of TCGs.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, the thrill of play, strategy meets community. Vanguard's enduring appeal lies in both its mechanics and its community. Strategy revolves around deck building, anticipating opponents' moves, and timing triggers or limit breaks. A single strike can cascade into game-defining advantages, while iconic cards such as Blaster Blade or Blaster Dark transcend gameplay, appearing in cosplay, fan art, and social media as well.
I love well timing my limit breaks. It really helps me like stop the opponent's combo and not get stuck in a wall.
I mean, that's just the that's just how you gotta be. You gotta time your limit breaks. You don't time your limit breaks, dude.
Always
That's
time my limit breaks. I've learned after I learned the yellow ribbon cancel.
sounds like a skill issue.
That's skill I'm doing perfectly fine.
Bushiroad fosters this energy through tournaments and conventions. Monthly competitions in Japan typically draw more than 15,000 participants, while global qualifiers for the Vanguard World Championships attract hundreds from North America, Europe, and Southeast Asia. Online platforms extend their reach, enabling competitive play for more than 5 million monthly active users worldwide. Didn't you say?
Where?
Wait, it's attracted more than 10 million players worldwide. What? Oh my god! Now she can do what? What? Online platforms? You mean like BRO, which hasn't existed for 3 years? Or are you talking about Deer Days, which is a $70 hot mess?
Played by maybe 20 people.
Both of them. Let me check this out.
God. No, they mean Hunter x Hunter, all right?
I know this is
I mean,
market.
Then Impact has 5 million monthly active
Like I
users.
know Steam charts, yada yada. Why are you talking about Steam charts? But dog, Car 5 Vanguard Dear Days has currently 5. The original has 5 players on Steam. Let me see.
There are 86 people right now playing Dear Days 2.
Yeah, man. Those online platforms are
That's 5
definitely
million
working.
monthly active users. There's simply 4 million people playing on the Switch right now that we don't know about.
Must be. I don't know who else they're
Yep, Dear
talking about.
Days 2 actually sold made $1 billion.
My trade's lagging. Okay. Like, oh, like we gotta be for real here.
Alright. My question is,
But there's to even
did they
show us.
provide the numbers or did Kidani provide the 5 million?
I can only assume someone at Bushiroad provided that.
Kidani's like, I need to make this article look really good for investors.
All right, let's go. With
We'll be
this.
honest about maybe hundreds of people from North America, coming to the championship. Then, we gotta puff it up like we have 5 million active Vanguard players worldwide right now.
All right, launching a new TCG is much like running an election. Oh god. No, we can't keep. No. Okay. Okay.
Just like his favorite politician.
Players and investors need confidence that once the game launches, it will not suddenly disappear. Wishiro stands out as the industry leader when it comes to successfully launching new TCGs. I might have to send this to Chris and he has to read this on stream, dog. I might have to send this to this man. Like, hey, bro, you might need to read this yourself. I don't know what else we can say. Because this is the. I just need to send. Like, dog, what?
What are we doing?
Uh-oh.
You can just tell an article was sponsored.
It's crazy. All right, let me read the actual rest of the paragraph. Oh, I actually did. So never mind. Let's move on. The anime edge. Stories that keep this fight alive. One of Vanguard's strongest differentiators is its anime tie-in. As of 2026, Vanguard will become the only TCG with an ongoing anime series, producing 26 episodes annually. What? Kidani 26 episodes annually?
Yeah?
Am I getting that right? Because no?
Like 25 to 26 a year, yeah?
Kidani emphasizes, but like, Kidani emphasizes its importance. This longevity speaks to the uniqueness and enduring appeal of Card Vanguard. Streamed in many languages, the anime expands global reach, with localization ensuring accessibility for new audiences. Kidani highlights this further. By continuing to expand and localize content, we assure Vanguard remains a strong contender in the competitive TCG market. Beyond cards, wrestling rings, music stages, and merch magic. Richard Road extends its TCG success into adjacent entertainment sectors. Collaborations with New Japan Pro Wrestling and Stardom create shared fan enthusiasm across live events, anime, and card games. Cross promotion strengthens our brand identity and deepen fan engagement. Hidon explains. Bushiroad fans are often passionate about multiple properties, so these collaborations create a sense of unity across our franchises. Merchandising also plays a critical role. Limited edition cards, mats, and figurines regularly.
What figurines?
Let me read that again. My eyes broke. Hold on, let me read that right. Merchandising also plays a critical role. Limited edition cards, mats, and figurines regularly sell out within hours. Anime streaming on platforms like Netflix, Crunchyroll, and Amazon Prime amplifies reach, while the pandemic era surge of new collectors and investors provided an additional boost. Let me say this. If you're talking about
This is a Coop Puff piece, isn't it?
let me see this right. So if we're talking about Bushiroad, the company, yeah, this makes sense.
Hmm?
If we're talking about the article that's pretty much primarily here, which is showing mostly Card Fight Vanguard,
Right.
this is some bullshit. I ain't seen Vanguard on Netflix. Crunchyroll has it,
Sure,
yes.
I mean,
Amazon
every time
Prime, you don't
their
show
stock
in
wouldn't be worth
JP.
toilet paper.
In JP. And what are you talking about? Figurines. There's been a grand total of one, unless you mean the acrylic stands, which in that case, those don't count.
God, I'm so sick of acrylic stands.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I just read the.
If you're collecting merch, and I see more than one acrylic stand in your collection for that series, we need to have a conversation.
For the record, I own 2 acrylic stands for Vanguard. One of Will Dress UU and one of Mikoto. That's because
Well, see,
that's
we're
the
having this
only.
conversation right now.
Yeah, you know why? Because that's all they have. I'm not spending $200 for a Minerva statue. I don't even like Minerva. But it's the only statue I can ever buy for this crazy game that has lasted for almost 15 years. I swear to Arceus, if there is not an actual announcement of an actual real figure on that 15th anniversary stream, I'm gonna smack the living daylights out of something.
Like, how the hell was there not like a Daiusha Kotobukiya kit, right?
How is there not even one for? How's there not one for Blaster Blade or God Overlord? It's just like a small, like little thing. I get again, like I've said this before. If they made a now figure, it would have sold like crack in the 80s. If you made a,
Wait, I guess there were multiple figures. Wasn't there like an Aichi and Android at some point?
I don't count Nendroids in this either. There are Aichi kind of Android, but I don't count those. I mean genuine figures.
I feel like Androids count a little bit.
How on earth did like why on earth did Tori from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zechs get a goddamn figure before Misaki Tokura?
Well, Tori was in every single episode.
So was Misaki. Misaki was there for 4 seasons. No, not even that. Technically, she's been in every season of Vanguard in some capacity up until D series.
That's a pretty good point.
Tokuha is one of the most popular female characters in this franchise to this day.
Yeah,
Ren
but she dated a
Ren
French guy and has to
literally
suffer for an eternity.
Ren is the food is the literal like yaoi king of people shipping him with Kai or Aichi.
There's only one way to save Vanguard.
Listen, I know this is gonna sound entirely insane, but goddamn, Kidani, I need you to start hoeing out these characters.
Zechs, there's only one way to save Vanguard at this point from Kidani.
No, we're not buying stock.
No.
Well, then what is it?
They need to sell Carpe Vanguard to Saudi Arabia and get Blaster Blade into Cry of the Wolves.
Let's see here. All right, guys. So from now on, I'm going to do this podcast all by myself. It is very unfortunate that Zeta has put in his resignation, but just like his job, that's what just has to happen.
Well, welcome back, Zachs. And I think you follow Kitty Queen.
Oh, welcome back. No, you left.
No, you left.
I did not leave.
You definitely left. You disappeared on my end.
Yeah, but I have the recording, so who can say? They'll never believe you.
Me, the people watching my feed right now.
Yeah, well, people watching my feed.
Look, I thought you were like doing like a bit here where I was like joking about like selling Carpe Vanguard to Saudi Arabia, and then you like disappear from the conversation out of like disgust the statement.
I mean, yes, but anyway. You know what does disgust me? The title of this next segment. The final move. Bushiroad's quest to be number one. Japan's shrinking population has driven entertainment companies to pursue growth. What an insane opening line of this part.
Oh my god.
That is dire. Oh gosh.
How, you just gotta open that way?
Really? Right in front of my who started the conversation like that?
Goddamn, take him out to dinner first for a maker.
Japan's shrinking population has driven entertainment companies to pursue growth overseas. And Bushiroad already is advancing in this direction. Sure. In the last fiscal year, about 30% of its total sales were generated outside Japan. For TCG, overseas sales accounted for around 40% of the total. The United States and China remain its largest markets. Supporting its international expansion is a diverse workforce. Bushiroad's Malaysian manufacturing facility employs more than 200 people, with overseas staff accounting for about 40% of the company's total workforce. We aim to increase our foreign employee ratio to 50%, positioning ourselves more firmly as a global entertainment company, Kadani says. Just as the battle in Carpe Vanguard begins with a single decisive strike, Bushiroad is shaping its own endgame. Every expansion, collaboration, and localized release builds towards a larger strategy to transform passion into global influence. With multiple new TCGs underway, Kadani summarizes Bushiroad's ambition clearly. Our ultimate ambition is to become the world's top TCG company.
He said the line.
Yep, say the line. Ah, boy.
Oh. This article hurts.
Where do we begin?
I don't know.
Like, I'm not gonna completely blame the writer of the article because they're obviously
No, they were clearly paid a ham sandwich to write this. I get it.
like Brown tells it there. The Bumford have an actual ocean. Posted October 28th. But
It seems like fumbling. It's all over the place.
It is very much a quick, like, it's like they literally took all they took from just Kadani and did a minuscule amount of research,
Yep.
and that's it. But it is utterly crazy to me. But I think what's wilded me out is like, dog. Like, first off, I'm still in shock over that first paragraph of this final segment.
Right.
Like, what? Okay. You know, last year 30%
So
still stores generated to Japan. Okay. TCG oversales account for around 40%. United States and China remain its largest markets. Okay, we that collides with the previous information we have heard.
yeah.
Uh,
Cool. Now where's the international offices?
what are you talking about? There is one in
Plural.
Singapore. Is more than enough, right?
No.
It's not. No. Oh man.
You mean the Singapore office has maybe like 5 people?
Man, listen. The other question is, why isn't there not a manufacturing facility in America?
That's also true.
You know, that definitely, help. You can't ask your homie to get you some.
Like honestly, I'm sure a US office probably be the best thing that could happen here.
Oh no, without a fact, the U.S. office would be amazing because it means that people actually have to, like, hell, just even U.S. office, hell, even European office, so much better. It's almost like they had those years ago, but all of a sudden they just shut down.
Right.
Almost
You know,
like,
nice international expansion.
yeah, it's like almost like the international expansion is more like we're fixing what we broke the last time.
Right.
Like, let's kind of keep it a buck. They're talking about like some international expansion. You were already like you you were ahead of the curve years ago, almost a decade ago. You were
You
ahead of
were
the curve.
poised to be you were the number 4 card game. The fourth pillar.
In multiple ways, yes. In some capacity, yes. They were the fourth card game, right? Give or take a couple slots.
Right. Like this is legendary bag fumbling.
But but either at some point we lost the English offices, the US and UK offices, and everything was consolidated into Singapore. Was it
Yep.
now? Here we are in 2025. You want to create a global market. Okay, well then the few these do is you get an office in like a cheap part of the United States, Texas, or where get a cheap part of the United States where you have access to a mass like production facility and printer. Get somewhere in the European Union where you can also get that, and you then proceed to actually make heavy, hard work towards making an actual global like push, like you did almost 10 years ago. Like, this is what also makes it so frustrating to be like, I want Bushiroad to succeed, but they keep finding ways to smack themselves in the face because either they don't know how to do it or they've already done it, but for some reason it just stopped.
Like, I swear the worst thing that happened to Bushy Road is Bandai finally just locked in.
Yeah, it it is the 2xKO issue, right? It is you had all this time, but you kept messing up, or you kept going back to drawing board or something. And it took
Yep, and then
until
the actual competitor shows up.
and then the actual competitor shows up, and now you actually have to lock in. But it's like, is it probably not just too late?
You could have just locked in earlier.
Like, uh not only is Bandai trying to actually like lock in some capacity and try to actually push for something, but then you've got then now all of a sudden Yu-Gi-Oh is starting to actually get his act together.
Yep.
It's banning cards. It's been staying there for a while. It's been trying to clean up Master Duel. It's been trying to make a new format for making product actually worthwhile. It's been worthwhile, even if it's still like not great. Like, what is going on? Like, Yu-Gi-Oh got that together. Magic is still in this weird limbo where it's fine, quote unquote, for now. But obviously we'll have to eventually come to that come to the gigantic elephant in the room. We'll have to address him.
No, you don't just consume.
And Pokemon quite
Pokemon.
literally can literally just drop every single Pokemon again 5 times in a row, and it still would make money.
Right.
Just off the backs of Pokemon being the most popular monster catching thing in the world, combined with having some of the most popular, like one of the most like, combined with having like the most insane like character rosters of all time. Like, there's a reason why people were upset. There's a reason they have that 3 year drop a new 4 years drop a new generation of Pokemon and characters and mechanics, because it just makes them money because they can always keep printing out Pokemon. It's like Pokemon doesn't really have to do anything unless something categorically goes wrong.
Right.
But like
And then like in comes Union Arena eating Weiss for lunch soon.
mm-hmm. And then it's like, not to mention, like, we're not gonna also just leave out in Japan, Build Divide Bright, also just kind of cutting off the Aniplex like
Right.
collaborations too. So it's like you've basically kind of lost connections to Bandai and Aniplex. So it's like, if the best thing you got is to make uh White Schwartz Blau and White Schwartz Rose, because you have been pushed to try
Watch
and
heavy
get
hitters.
like different IPs. Like, Blau is to get like women in, and Rose is to get Gooners in. Ain't that just kind of crazy that you've been put in this position where you actually have to now fight for IPs you normally wouldn't have gone for?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I'm not saying you probably ain't ever gonna get a Sword Art Online. I think Bandai is also like willing to market it, but I'm like you're not getting a Demon Slayer. Like, who knows, you'll get a Fate collab ever again.
Right.
It's just like, that's
Okay.
some money
Like
gone.
it's half the new announcements are just here's like 2 to 3 more Bang Dream expansions.
And it's like, at this
And then
point,
it's like some visual novels or seasonal anime you don't care about.
not to mention, you still have Rebirth still going in Japan, which is also like having to like share too.
Yep.
It really is like the only like saving grace you got really is having Hololive at your side.
Right.
But the moment Hololive sees that it's probably better to go with someone else, like
I
that's
mean, they have Shadowverse, right?
yeah, Shadowverse, the game that quite literally is in this weird like yeah, Shadowverse, the thing where it's like uh you know, its digital client is being constantly review bombed almost every single patch for weird monetization issues and janky metas. Like, why did it take you until why did it take you 2 months to finally nerf Cresthaven?
Right.
And you only nerfed it by increasing the power of a heal 10 by 2. And then your paper version is so far behind that your best option was to accelerate it so that you're only 6 months behind instead.
Wow.
Not to,
It's half a year.
not to mention, if we go by, if we take, 50 cards words, with a grain of salt, obviously, he is a vendor, but, there are some things he doesn't know. Card games by Bushiroad have increased 19% because of the tariffs, meaning now it's like even harder for for stores to stock product because it costs more.
Yep.
Like, this is the biggest thing you talk about when your goal is to be the world's top TCG company, and it feels like you had it or you were close enough to it, and then you just fell off a cliff, and now you're trying to get back up, but your leg is injured still.
And like the problem is they won't capitalize on the digital market because Furry has them by the balls somehow.
Yeah, that's what the whole online uh that's where that whole online bullshit really made me laugh, because I'm like, what are you talking about? Online platforms? You don't have
I feel
online platforms. Shadowverse
I
is
feel like
not your
Furry.
game,
No.
and Dear Days
It was
is a $70 overpriced, never on sale, with $70 additional DLC, like triple 3 times, by the way, 3 to 4 times. You've done it $70 DLC 4 times. Dead or Alive is a borderline dead franchise because it gave you multiple $90 season passes. What made you think this niche trading card game could do with a $70 upfront cost plus $70 expansion pass for being almost 6 months late to cards and never going on sale? How do you
it's
make that not only that, how do you then make those financial decisions and then still have Hunter x Hunter and Impact look like a PS1 game?
like I feel like if Vanguard ever like dies, we will have to interrogate Furyu as like suspect number one.
No, 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 no,
No,
no, no,
number
no.
two.
No,
Kidani is always number one.
Kadani is always number one because he has been at the head of Card by Vanguard for its 15-year history. Every decision he makes is his call. Every business decision, I mean.
The worst hands-on CEO of all time in card games.
It's just Like that, like, do you guys not understand why I had to take a break from making content? Because every time I talked about Vanguard that wasn't a a card review or a deck profile, it was me getting mad at the state of how it's been marketed and handled. And it's like I couldn't do it. I felt like a grifter. I felt like I was just grifting. I'm like, I didn't want to be like that. It's hard.
Like, I wouldn't even call it grifting, right? Like, saying like a regular grift, so you actually have heart and care about the thing you're talking about.
Yeah,
The the
obviously,
real
like,
grifter does not actually care.
I feel like that is a bad, excuse me, a bad phrasing of it all. But it's more of like, I feel like I would eventually be called one because I'm just talking crap about Vanguard. And I was like, I've seen so many like Vanguard channels just kind of like dump on Bushiroad, which, to be fair, they have all the right to do so because holy cow, they just keep making awkward decisions constantly.
You're right.
But it's like I didn't want to just be another one of those channels who just kind of just either fade away because you just kind of just didn't want to do that. So I was like, I need a break to restructure myself. I just couldn't do it. And like the grifter thing is more so just because like every time because like those are the people I see just constantly just trying to farm outrage and things for clicks and views and everything. I was like, obviously that's not what I am, but it's like that's how I was feeling. Like, especially
Yeah.
as the grifting became a big issue, like late 2024, right? It's just like, it's like grifters just took a huge like thing on YouTube, and like I don't want to be that. I want to have criticism, but I want to spread positivity. It's like all I could see was red. Like it just really like saddened me.
I get it.
So uh yeah, the article was very weird. I mean, obviously it's gonna let people know about Vanguard, but I just wish it wasn't with a really weirdly like written article in some aspects.
Like, it feels like more like a puff piece for like investors and whatnot.
It it does.
Almost.
But
Which, I mean, I get it, but it sure sucks. Maybe like $2 a share right now.
it's just, I wish I could look at this and be like, hell yeah. But it's like I look at it, it's like,
No.
yeah, it is I'm going on the market summary. I'm looking at this too. Uh,
Mm.
Bushiroad has a market currently of 288 yen. 288 Japanese yen, which is equivalent to $1.87. This stock,
Number one trading card company in the world. Soon, TM.
like I so this say look it's revenue did go up 25% on this detail, but it is just the regular Google like stock stuff. But so I'm not sure how.
Yeah.
Let's Let's see. Yeah. Uh, it's just crazy. All right. I think that's it.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like once we hit the Bishop bad part of the podcast, it's about the ending.
we still have one piece of news, which is Hololive OCG in EN. They announced a tournament series. We are pleased to announce our invitation only event coming to Japan 26, Bloom Cook DX Final Challenge. So November to March, bringing number of events, over 30 events held at stores and conventions worldwide. Winners of each tournament will receive an invitation to the final challenge, which is scheduled for summer in Japan. And they have listings of the actual thing, which is they have one in Houston on the 22nd of November.
Nice.
I feel like there's something around then. What could that be?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you mean to tell me the week before Thanksgiving? One of the biggest,
Don't worry about it.
one of the two biggest travel days of the areas of the entire year. Not to mention, this is taking place a week after the BCS.
Don't worry about it.
But how does this not? How does it make sense? Why is there a challenge that takes place in the same area of thing, but it takes place
A week
one?
after instead of being held at the same time?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, see, they heard your complaints earlier about there being a bandless but no competitive Hololive circuit in English, and they decided to answer you.
All right, let's actually go to the site itself. The events, Boom Cup, individual format, best of one, Swiss, up to 5 rounds. Up to 5 rounds? How many people do they think is going to show up to this thing when they say up to 5 rounds for a challenge where the winner goes to Japan? I participate.
Barely any.
Tournament prizes, participation prize. You get Iris. Opposite receiving exclusive Bushy Never Flare. Top 8 gets Pablo Rain. The winner gets Mori on the playmat. All winners will also receive an invitation to final challenge for the 26. All participants are required to keep their Bushinari personal data updated as much as possible. There's a Discord server email within 1 month. Term of attendance, no Swiss rounds, number of players. So 64 players, you still have 5 rounds. All players, number of players who will receive a final chance invitation to winner playmat. If it's up to 30 to 64 players, all players with 5 wins will get an invitation to playmat. So let me kind of read this here real quick. It kind of doesn't. Here's the thing that actually kind of weird. Is like I don't think it actually says anything about if the invitations are sponsored or not. Which, considering that it's like all players with 5 wins are given the thing, I argue it kind of says no. Like if all winners get it, it's like, well, then there's no there's a 64 thing, it's like, well, it's unsponsored, but yet you're having one player. What? What?
Right.
What are we doing here, dog? How did you even fumble this? How can you?
Well, I mean, they're a card game company, not a rugby company, all right? Fumbling's kind of inevitable.
All right, we're done. I can't stand this anymore.
I think it's time to admit we're a Bushroad hate podcast.
I'm just tired.
Fair. Well, guys, that was the Round of Pocket Podcast episode.
Yep, it existed. Like I said, we're technically scheduled to be on the 14th, but since the BCS is that week, it will not be a show unless some weird in-person recording happens. So
Yep.
we might do it next week. So who knows?
Who knows?
Like, then eventually we'll just might just have to move to do it every week now. So we can beat the algorithm, actually make sure we have money to pay Zeta.
Oh my god. Everyone is I'm gonna be fine, all right?
We'll see. Anyway,
I'll prove it by buying a max rating wing deck and going to locals. Kidding.
well, that's it. All our socials are also on are down below on the description. You can find me on Twitter, Blue Sky, YouTube as usual. You can find Zeta at those places too. We will
Yippers.
we will figure out what to do next time. So thank y'all for watching.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yep. See you.